how y'all doing? What's going on? Welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. And boy, do we have some stuff to talk about. I know you guys been seeing what's been going on social media, but honey, when I tell you this Martell is something else, and I do you guys one even better. If you guys want to come up here and help me digest this story, because you know I love talking to my messy treats. I'm going to put the link here and below. Now, can y'all hear me well? If you can hear me well, press 3. How you guys doing today? Hey, Dion, how are you? What's going on, Lala? What up, True Blood? How you feeling, baby? All right, I see y'all up in there. And you know what? I've been hearing a lot of people talk, and they've been telling me this man is a trip. They've been telling me this man right here, he takes absolutely no accountability for all the things he has done wrong. And it just sickens me because he really tried to paint her as a villain with this video camera. And we have been seeing a lot of these husbands and these boyfriends and these baby daddies. They will get you and they will provoke you while they have the camera rolling, because they want to set you up. They want to destroy your image. They want the world to crucify you. So they provoke you purposely, then record your action and try to paint you as this person is just out of mind, out of sight, and she is the problem. And so often people would take that and run with it. And we have to stop that down. We have to see things for what they truly are. And I want to know, how do y'all feel about everything that's going on? I saw this little clipping and I was so disgusted. I was shocked. I couldn't believe my eyes. So I wanted to talk to you guys about it because this is my first time actually talking about these type of people, this Marcel and stuff. So I would love for you guys to hit that link or even call the phone line to help me dissect this Martell and Melody, honey. Come to find out, he done took all her money out the account, girl. Could you imagine that? You getting divorced and this slick man gonna take all your money? She had plans for that money. She has to build her own future. She had planned to build a future with you and a family with you. And look how you did. They even tell me he was cheating on her. Is that true? Is that true? Girl, I could not believe this. Hey, baby girl. Hey, niece. Niece, you so beautiful. Honey, I was over at your page the other day, and oh my God, I said, that ain't my niece. That's my daughter. That's my daughter right there, baby girl. You so gorgeous, honey. You got to be my daughter now. All right. So before I go into this story, I do have to let you guys know that TASHA K, she won. Congratulations to her. I know you guys don't like her. Some of y'all do. But you guys know Kevin Hart, he was going to sue her for what he was going to restraining order against her because she was talking. So he's trying to silence people because he's in the wrong too. Okay. But TASHA K, she won. The judge denied everything. So congratulations to her. If you guys want to talk about it, we can talk about it. But when the story first came out, I told y'all she gonna win. I told y'all he can't do it. Okay. But it's a lot of hate TASHA K campaign. So I don't care. I'm not on nobody's side, to be honest with you. All right, so I'm going to play you this video footage. Check this out.
Turn your phone out, actually.
Oh, no, I got it now. Why are you acting like that?
Quit recording me. Like, don't get recording me like you gonna put me out on blogs or some shit. Don't fucking record me.
Now, she asked that man, she said, don't record me. Don't effing record me like you're going to put me on a blogs. And what did he do? He recorded her and he put her on the blogs. Oh, that is so evil. And this is a person that once told her, I love you. I'm going to protect you. Tell me this, when it comes into marriage, how is I love you, I protect you? How do you destroy somebody like this, Martell? Martell, you are evil, man. You are something else, and got the nerve to sit your butt over there on TASHA K channel and just to talk all that talk and all that gossiping. Well, I come from men that get on platforms to gossip, especially about their personal life. You know, you have some dignity for yourself as a man and keep your mouth quiet. Then they're telling me he's out here, he want to create a whole marriage, a whole family with a different family. He starts this stuff and then he leave it. Martell, you should have never got on this show. This reality show was bad business for y'all. I don't know why y'all so hungry to show people and just show out and just be a disgrace to your city, to your family, to your marriage, to your kids. Martell, the kids got to see this, but did he care about the kids? No, he did not care about the kids. He cared about himself and his ego, and that's the only thing he cares about. And it sickens me that he has a fan base that's uplifting him and think that type of stuff is cool. And they're trying to twist it, talking about women do this stuff all the time. Bull crap, bull crap, bull crap. Let's go.
So record this, okay? Because you never.
Oh, you gonna tell my? No, chill out.
Don't play. No, don't play with me.
Don't make things worse.
I will.
Okay.
I will. Call them and get my money moved back to the account.
No, it's not. It's not.
All right. So that's all she wanted, you guys. She said, just call them, get my money moved back to my account. He purposely took out money out of her account. You heard she said, put my money back in my account. That's what he did. Now, how would you guys react if somebody took money out your account? Girl, what? Let somebody take, man, please. If my man or my ex-man took my money out of my account without me knowing, girl, this size foot will be all up in his behind. Girl, that's my money. That's my livelihood. That's how she take care of her kids. Now, when you messing with a mother's money, you messing with their kids. And you know black mamas don't come when they come to messing with their kids. Okay? So how else is she supposed to react? Okay? And it's not like she can call the cops and say, you know, he done something illegal, because legally, I guess they were married, and that all that marriage thing, well, your husband, your wife can do X, minus Z. That's why I can't go for all that. For situations like this. Ooh, I need y'all to call up in here and hit that link. I want to know what you guys think about all this.
It's split 50-50 like it's supposed to be.
We just split the $150,000 50-50. What? Why are you messing my shit up?
And yes, that's louder fluid. You right. Melody is out here throwing lighter fluid on the furniture. Let's talk about it. Is that okay? No, that's not okay. But right now, she is provoked. She is out of mind, out of space. Somebody took her money. This is not the way she's going to get her money, but she feels that, hey, he cares about these things. I'm going to mess it up. I want him to feel my pain. That's all she's doing. But I don't think it's smart of her to do it, because they got you on camera, Melody. You know he's recording this. You know he's going to use it against you. He could even bring this to court. Why would you want to put yourself in this predicament? And that goes for all you women out here. Listen, ladies, if you got a man and he's provoking you and he got that camera out, please don't act a fool. Please restrain yourself, because they are using that video footage, and I promise you, they're going to take it in front of the court, in front of the judges, and they're going to try to paint you as a monster, okay? They would try to use this type of footage to take away your kids so they don't have to pay child support. They would try to use this footage just to get more power or anything. So please do yourself a favor and just stop it, especially when they got them cameras out. Okay, because it does more harm for her than it does for him. Even though she feels like she got that lighter fluid, she feels like this is going to hurt him. But I don't think that furniture is going to hurt him. And I want to know, when you are tearing up a man's property, maybe the car. Do you guys feel that tearing up a man's property, is that the way to go? Do you think he really cares about the couch? Press 1 if he really cares about that couch. Press 4 if he really does not care about the couch. Now, I would say, they always say a man love his cars, especially if he have expensive cars. Honey, I will flatten that. I will bust them windows. I will scratch that car up. And I'm not saying for y'all to do it, because you should not do it, okay? But have I done it before? I cannot confirm or deny, okay? Okay. Because they care about them cars. But about a couch, I don't know about no couch. But good question. Keep the questions and comments rolling, because I will be responding to all.
Stop, Mel. Mel, don't do this shit.
Today I'm going.
Don't.
Quit acting innocent.
No, I'm saying don't do that.
Acting like you have not pushed.
No, do not. You.
And he's so calm. Oh, Mel, can you stop it, Mel? Oh, Mel. Oh, Mel. Don't do it, Mel. Oh, Mel. He just acting. He know dang well if that camera was not rolling, you would see him for the monster that he really is. Okay? All that acting. Oh, Mel. Oh, Mel.
You gonna ruin this furniture.
And I can go. I don't care.
You gonna ruin the furniture. No. Do not put that on.
Oh, God. He's so dramatic. He got me a dramatic. He talking about something. And he's recording it. Why are you recording it? Okay, because he's going to he want her. Can we just be honest? Does he want her to put this on the couch? Press 8 if he wanted her to do it. Press 10 if he did not want her to do it. He says no, but he's recording. He wants to get you guys in the act. These men, they want to get you in the act. They want to get you on camera acting crazy and idiotic so they can tell the world and paint this narrative about you that you are a horrible individual, that you are unhinged, that you are an animal. They want to paint this image that you are the masculine one. Look, she's so masculine. She's acting like, look at this. This is not ladylike. She's not acting like a lady right now. And that is what they want to paint. Okay. And she fell right into it, didn't she? She allowed her emotions to get the best of her. However, this is the only way she knew how to express herself, because she was so frustrated with him taking that money. Okay. Now, it is other ways you can go about this, ladies, to get that money. I wonder, do you know what account that this man have? Honey, first of all, if it was me, I would look into friends that can hack, okay? I know it's illegal, but it's possible that I can find some scammers that can hack his system so I can get my money back and some. I want my money plus interest, okay? Hello. Okay, if that don't work, all right, then maybe I gotta hire a prostitute. Yeah, you heard it right. I'm gonna hire a prostitute. I'm going to hire an escort, honey, just like they do in the movies. And I'm going to tell her, don't act like a escort, but I'm going to have you to meet my husband. And I want you to get in cahoots with my husband, honey. And I want you to get the password or get the account. She going to do something to get something, honey, so I can get my money. Okay. I mean, it's different way. Or you know what? Don't let me go hire them goons, honey. I'll go hire the goons, them thugs, and have them hem his behind up and tell him, listen, you better give my girl that money or else, okay? Pow, pow, okay? Okay, we're going to have you on a t-shirt, man. Do you want to be on a t-shirt? Give her money, okay? But getting on camera, putting stuff on fire. Oh no, honey, this is not what's that movie called? How to Get Away? No, not How to Get Away with Murder. What it's that movie with those 4 ladies with Whitney Houston and them? I forgot. They live in Savannah. You know how I'm talking about. Child, what else do y'all have to say about this?
Call now. I'm not playing with you about my
She said she ain't playing. So I'm looking in the comments section and I want to respond. He's an attention whore. Yes. I mean, doing this And for a man to do this, it's just so despicable. As a man, you should want to decrease all this drama. As a man, he should have had a civil conversation. He should have put the phone down, because putting that camera in her face, all it did was provoke her to act even more idiotic or more crazy, more unhinged, which that's what he wanted. He purposely put the camera in her face because he wanted her to react like that so he can record it, okay? But as a man, if he was a real man, he wouldn't put the cameras on and he'd have a sit down discussion, and a real man would have gave her money and would not cause no problem. A real man would have said, you know what? You can have the furniture. You can have this. I understand you as a woman. You were invested in this marriage. You thought this was going to last forever. I understand. I was the provider. I was the protector. And obviously, he should have took accountability to realize his faults as a man, as a provider in that marriage, as a protector, that he has failed that marriage. And he should have just gave her the money. And look, you're a boss. Go make your own money. But all this tit for tat, it almost feels like he's in competition with her, girl. It feels like he's in competition, honey. That's just the vibes I get. So let me continue on. It says he took advantage of her, indeed, because she's married to him. Yes. Child, please. He would have been teased in the worst ways and filmed her boy by. I'm so happy she moved on. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh, wee, girl, I tell y'all, I need y'all to get the likes up. I need y'all to get the likes up, and I would love for you guys to call on in, because I want to get you guys' intake on it. I want to know what you guys think about this. So Mike says, don't play with the woman and her money with her good-looking self, okay? Mike, you got to realize, Mike, that this girl's money, she don't have much. Everything has been taken away from her. She is an ex-wife. Do you know what that means to a woman? That her provider as a husband has been taken away. Her protector has been taken away. Her provider, her minds, everything that she invested in this marriage, feeling like this was going to be the it for her, her foundation, her sacred place, all have been taken away from her. Now, that means way more than any money, right? So you took all that away, and now on top of that, you want to take my money? On top of that, you want to film me and disgrace my reputation? Oh, you a dog. Oh, that's evil. Okay, so I'm glad y'all coming up on here. Hey, how you doing? How you guys doing?
All right, hey,
Talk about it. So
Hey,
hey.
ask through me, what's your thoughts about it? Then we're going to go to C.
Okay, yeah. My thing, this Tay. I don't know if you remember me or not, but yeah. Let me tell you. Yeah. Now, when is this video? When did he do this? This new video or old video or what? Where does this video come from?
Don't have the date, but I do know this video has just been released, and I do know that he is the author of the video. It's his video, it's his footage, so he released it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because his
19.
problem is he been trying to make Mel look bad for a long time because he's a narcissist. See, a narcissist, they play tit for tat, or either let me get you back because you trying to make me look bad in front of the world because I got a baby on you. I got a baby on you, and I failed our marriage, and I kept on continuing to cheat over and over and over again. So you made me look back in front of the world, and I really need you, and I'm really broke, and I'm nothing without you. But I ain't gonna tell you that, so I'm just gonna make you look bad. I'm gonna tear your character down in front of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Can I'm hearing what you're saying, and for the simple fact that he cheated on her time and time again. Do you know what that does to her mental state of mind? Do you know that she will always have that trauma of a man that she trusted, she loved, betrayed her in the worst way?
Well, yeah, I think like cheating really damages a lot of women in the worst way possible. But you have to learn how to forgive and keep moving forward in order to cleanse your heart and cleanse your hands and have you in a good place in life. But yeah, I heard that cheating really damages a woman, like really to the core. You know what I'm saying? It
Well,
don't
when
really bother me that much.
I, I mean, a lot of people, they want to sweep cheating on the rug, but cheating is a lot. That's somebody I trusted. That's somebody I took vows with. It was supposed to be me and you. And for that's a betrayal. Do you get that? Like you
Yeah.
betrayed me. You stepped out. I didn't know. And did you know that's causing my health? You're risking my health.
Yeah,
Anything.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's that part. That part right there. Yeah, you wasting my health, your pH balance, you risking my soul, connecting with all these different
My mental,
people and something like that. Yeah, you can throw a person pH balance off and mess their mind up. You know what I'm saying? They'll throw their mind off all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
and
Yeah.
he not did it once, but he kept doing it. And think about the
But
times.
see, men don't have Martell really needs to get him some therapy and get him some help because he's really suffering from a lot of childhood issues, and that's what a lot of women need to understand. A lot of these men suffer from child. You need to make sure that their childhood demons are healed. Their childhood, what they went through as a child, the stuff that what type of mama they had, was she healed? Was she is in a good place with herself? Because a lot of these mamas, I looked at that mama, his mama on a video with Mel recently. Matter of fact, it was today. She looked a little rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? So he might have had kind of like, you can tell the women that's kind of look, when I say rough around the head edges, I'm talking look ghetto. She look rough around the edges.
Saying that possibly, in his childhood, something was there. However, at his big age,
People
he
do not. It's so many people toting children around at big ages. At
hold
40, now is he like 43?
yes. However, that's no excuse. He has to do the work. He signed up for a relationship. He signed up for a marriage, and he has to do the work.
Well, we also have to take accountability that we can't let a lot of these men in between our legs if they're not healed. We got to stop doing that too. We got to stop trying to get them so many chances. If these men are not healed, we got to quit letting them between our legs because they're gonna tear us down. And that's what happened with Mel because she's such a sweetheart. She's a sweet person, but of course, you a sweet person will really be ready to fight you after a while because we've been too good to you to keep on messing with us.
Well,
So
hold on.
yeah.
Ron said donated $10. Thank you, Ron. Love you so much. Hey, Gigi. Hey, love. Now this is really sad because she could have did a Uno reverse and just found out what bank he put the funds in, then went to withdraw the funds again in funds that's his and hers. Well, Ron, I guess you're right. I don't know everything about everything, but you know what, Ron? That goes with you guys have to have good friends around you. You want intelligent friends. You want sisters and brothers that know how to work the system best for your interests when you are in times like this. Okay. So she did not know. Obviously, she did not have that knowledge. Um,
It's two parts to that though.
okay, well, see, go ahead. I will because I haven't heard from you, Miss C. Can
So
you
with that, yeah, she could have did an Uno reverse, but it's about how he transferred the funds. Now, if he transferred the funds, like let's say he did an ACH and she tried to reverse it back, that's insufficient funds. Yes, it's a light fee, but you don't want that going on your bank account. Two, this at the time this came out approximately 5 years ago. At the time that this came out, they were still going through the process of the divorce because that is their home with their four children that they had. When it came to Martell, Martell did cheat and was still cheating with the same girl. She forgave him. She actually separated from him. And she forgave him for the sake of her family and the fact that she loved this man to have a family with him. It came when he continued to cheat and the child came into fruition from that cheating. And he's trying to blame her, trying to say of her shortcomings and what she didn't do and all of that, versus saying, hey, I messed up a good thing. He has admitted he missed Mel. He still wear his wedding ring when he know he's going to be around her. He tried to engage in certain conversations with her. But instead of being a man and saying, hey, this is what I did wrong and doing the work, he won't. He won't even get his builder's license. He can no longer build property right now because he's not with Melody. She went and got the builder's license so he could be a builder. He's not used to doing the work to get the outcome that he wants. And that started with his mom. He claimed his dad went to jail for selling nickel and dime bags, whatever the case may be. But still, at what point do you do the work for yourself in every aspect of your life other than making children, and you are proud of your results from your work? Mel held that household down. That's why he's acting like that with money back then, and even so now. His friend helped him get a rental house, kept telling him he had to leave, and he was like, I have nowhere to go. And he sat in somebody's house while they said, hey, we have a buyer. And he said, I leave when I want to leave. Your friend helped you get this rental property. So he does not have a good reputation in Huntsville. Nobody wants to help somebody who's not grateful, who's not going to put in the work and feels entitled. He's beyond a narcissist. He's a mama's boy. He's spoiled. He don't have to work for anything. And that's where it's at with Martell.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds about right. He's very spoiled. He's very entitled, and he's definitely
Mm-hmm.
no. He codependent. He not independent. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's what we have to realize. A lot of people in life are codependent people. They're not independent people. Mel is an independent person.
Correct.
And he's a codependent person, and that's why he can't survive without her. That's why he want her back, because he can't survive really without her. See, in that other relationship with Coleslaw, he would have to be
Huh.
a leader in that relationship, and he's not ready. He's not a leader. He's not a leader, so he don't know how to lead. You know what I'm saying? Mel know how to run things, and she know how to
Yeah.
get stuff done, and that's why she was
Coleslaw
okay
can't
with
get
walking away
nothing.
like she was. Yeah, you make a
Coleslaw
very
can't
good
do
point.
nothing. Coleslaw can't get a builder's license, just like he done took the test a million times, done failed a million times. Coleslaw, they asked her if she came from a two-parent household. This girl said, yeah, I had a two-parent household, my mama household, and then my dad household, my two
Mm.
parents. They was like, no, Arionne. No, a two-parent household is both your parents in the same household. She said, but you said two-parent
How old is
household.
Coleslaw too? How old is she?
Coleslaw, she is, I am 30. I'm going on 35. Coleslaw is somewhere around my age. She's not that young,
She
but she is
32 or
that
33?
coleslaw. Yeah, but she
Okay. She a little
coleslaw is
couple years younger.
coleslaw.
Yeah,
She's very
she's
slow.
definitely slow. She's so definitely slow. Like Mel told her, you the one was so desperate for somebody else's family. You know what I'm
And
saying?
she
Because
still
she don't
will.
have that many life experiences to understand that you don't want somebody else's family. You know what I'm saying? But she wanted Martell so bad, and she believed in him because she was young and she's naive. She haven't had that many experiences with relationships, and she
Right.
don't know that that he's really a trash box.
Hold
He's
on,
just a trash.
Tay. I want before because I know. See, you got interrupted by the age of coleslaw, but you was on to something good, Miss C. And Miss C, I just want to say I thank you for coming up here because
You
you
always say that when I do this.
because you, clearly your spirit strike a nerve with me that is so good that I really appreciate, and you speak so clear and is so understanding and is so informative with details. So I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate that. So continue on with this lady named Coleslaw. You're saying she really lacks common sense.
Yeah, she lacks common sense isn't common anymore. With her, she doesn't sit right there and think, okay, this is toxic. He was going on parading around that he was with Sharee, but she was still opening her doors and probably other things because she still want this fake fantasy. Oh, okay, you got your 4 kids 7 days on, 7 days off. So when he has his kids plus the child that she has with him, she feel like she has a family for those 7 days. So she would do whatever to keep Martell. Martell brings no value to her other than the attention that she's getting as a side chick. She has no other value being brought to her at this point. He cheats on her as the side chick. He's never going to make her the main chick. They ask, are you dating? He will say no, even though he's still dealing with her, or he'll be like, I'm waiting for the right one. He could still be dealing with her, but he has made it clear she will never be the one. She's just the one that's always there. He cannot get a builder's license. She cannot help him do anything. So he's not going to attach himself to her in that way publicly, even though everyone knows who she is because she's made it known. And the fact that she has his child. He would do anything that he says. She was getting ready to put out a video, but she had to think about it. What is there to think about? That's wrong. Somebody told you that's wrong. She don't think.
You know, when you're talking and you're telling me all this, and I thank you because I did not know all this, you know, Martell is his worst enemy.
Yep.
Martell is his worst enemy, and it's sad because he is a brother that could have had it all. He could have had a great family. He could have had a great life, a happy life, a peaceful life, and a great working situation. And he's looking for another male, and he would never find it. And another male would not get involved with a man of that magnitude because look at who you are. You have no self-respect for yourself. You have no self-respect for the ladies you get involved with. You have no dignity, no pride in your family or you as yourself. He got all this out here. I can understand a little bit. I really can't. But you know how certain guys, they want it to be discreet. They don't want to brag about it. They don't want everybody to know their business.
They're ashamed.
He has no pride with that. He does not care how he is being seen.
He doesn't care at all. As long as he kind of cares because he's going to flip the situation to deflect everything that he's done and say, well, Melody did this. And he feel like just because he said it's going to be taken and ran with and it's true. No. When Melody originally separated from him, her intent was to get divorced before there was a baby even in the situation. He smooth talked her back and she said, I'm going to give my family a try, as women do all the time. But for him to sit right there and continue to not only cheat, but to cheat with the same person and to have a baby, that was a breaker for her. What more do you want from her? If Melody said right now, I'll take you back, Martell, all of this stuff that he's doing, he would not be doing. But you're going to tell her that you love her and you wishing the best for her and all that. This is not love. And if it is love, it's based on condition. It's not unconditional. The condition is I have to be with you for you to treat me with a little bit more respect, because there is no respect really, because look what you did in a relationship. But for me to have peaceful life outside of our home and not in the blogs, I need to go along with what you want me to do. That's not fair to her, and little do he know that's not fair to their children together.
But not even I want you to do what I want you to do. It's more so I'm going to humiliate you. I'm going to destroy your heart. I'm going to step on your heart. And I still want you to be down for me. And I still want you to love me. And I'm going to betray you in the worst way. I'm going to make you jealous. I'm going to make you lose your hair. And I expect you to be down. And if you're not down, then I'm going to make
knock
your
you
wife
down.
a living HELL. What type of evil entity? Who raised him? But not even who raised him, because at his big age, he has to take accountability for who he is as a man.
Because he know right from wrong. And I just want to throw this last bit out there, and I'm going to go. He actually told her when they first started this whole thing, he was like, you need to go back and change your name, walking around here saying you're a hope. You're not a hope. You're not a hope. You need to go back to Rogers. This was about 4 years ago. She finally changed her name, and she had a name changing ceremony. He catches an attitude. Why would she change her name? She not having the same last name. That's going to affect our children. And who's going to celebrate changing their name? That was my name. That's disrespecting my name. But when y'all first got divorced, you encouraged her and reminded her, you are no longer my wife. Why are you still walking around as a hoe? The only reason at that time she could not change her name, because by law, if you're going through any type of legal situation, you cannot go through the process of name change. She had to wait for every legality they had going on before she could finally change her name. Everything had to be done with in case closed. And when she did it, he reversed his words and
Is
made
he
it a big deal.
bipolar? Sorry to cut you off. And I don't want you to go, Miss C. I want you to stay with me. I want you to be my co-host on this topic. Is he bipolar?
It's something going on that's not mentally stable. I mean, and most narcissists have some type of mental issues because they lie. They don't really try to put their lies together with reality. And that is a mental imbalance right there, because
Mm-hmm.
you want people to not believe what they see and hear for themselves the actual situation, but you really want them to believe this fiction that you have came up in your head, and they start to believe it. That is a mental condition.
Yeah, and that's somebody that is not honest. You know, for me, I'm not one. I know a lot of people like to throw out narcissist and mental, and I think possibly he could be bipolar. But even if he is bipolar, even if he got mental issues, I still hold him accountable. And
Correct.
the reason why I say that, because people like to give an excuse. Well, you know, he got mental situation, child, so we got to excuse that. No, we don't. He don't got no mental situations when he going around here cheating. He don't got no mental situations when he going around here on TASHA K running his mouth. He don't got no mental situation any other time when he want to do what he want to do. So no, I'm not giving that an excuse. It saddens that he is so dishonest with so many people. And how could he really walk around? You know what? I guess it's just he's a liar, and he know he's gonna lie to manipulate to get what he wants. And
Mhm.
this is how he always been. Until you point out, you said that he's spoiled, and I guess you said that he's a mama's boy and his parents spoil him. So maybe in his upbringing, he lied a lot to get his way.
Correct. Like I said, he didn't have to work for much of anything. I mean, he may have gotten his degree, but he even admitted to like cheating in college and stuff like that for schoolwork. But like I said, for his builders, like he's a builder. But Melody is the one. She's an English. Well, she was an English teacher. That's what she went to school for. She was working in the school system. But she got the builder's license because he could not pass the test. So their company, when they was scope, and they joined with the other cast members, and they created a company so he could be able to build. So he doesn't have that luxury anymore. Nobody's attaching to that. Put in the work. The only thing that Martell can do is try to talk very intelligently, and if you don't know the background, it's very believable
Mm. Yeah,
because
because
he know.
he has that arrogance about him, huh? And I guess
Yes.
talks that arrogance come out like this is what it is and this is how it's always been. And if you are naive, just like coleslaw, you will fall for anything that comes out of his mouth.
Yep.
And they said this Martell's mom had to sell her house a
Mhm.
year ago. Is that true? It says no one in Alabama at Martell mom age sell their home. What is the deal with that, Missy?
What's going on? Like I said, Martell, he was a squatter at one of his friends' property. So, in my opinion, I truly believe that's true because she would do anything for her baby boy. So she sold her house to get him some money because, like I said, he doesn't have a builder's license. Other than the show, what income do you have? Nobody is buying this honest wine. Let's just be honest. I
Mm,
haven't seen it in the store personally. Not that I'm looking for it, but I haven't came across it, and I go look for wine. So he doesn't have the same revenue. Then you have 5 children.
wow.
You
How
have
many baby
five
mamas?
children. It's coleslaw and Melody.
Oh, okay.
somebody said he took 70,000 and thought he would change up. No, not at all.
So as a man, he's out here squatting. Now they tell me squatting is when you're at someone else's house when you don't supposed to be. Is that correct? Can
Yes.
you go into detail? What is squatting?
So he was a close friend. He's also another supporting cast on the show. Um, Fletcher. He helped him get into this particular home. This particular home, the actual the actual owner was like, "Hey, I'm ready to sell the house." He told Fletcher, he was like, "Man, stop coming to me with that. I leave when I'm ready to leave." Keep in mind, he's renting this home. He did eventually leave, but Fletcher had to keep like, "Hey, yo, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go." And I'm trying to sit right here like, why didn't Fletcher just evict him? It was like it was something there that just didn't make sense. If you say somebody has to go, they have reached their time, this house is about to be sold, your renter cannot prolong that if these are the terms.
Got it. I
So
don't know.
something's missing.
I don't know if that's squatting. I don't know, but I do know when I was in the process of buying my home that I did come across property and the owner told me, listen, they have a contract and they rented out the home. And I know by law, I cannot kick those people out because they have a contract with that address or that property. So if I own the home, then I will have to be, I guess, their property manager until their lease or contract is over. So is it something like that?
It could have been, but from my understanding, based on the way Fletcher had broke it down, it wasn't. They just was like, "Hey, you said this amount of time," and he stayed there and just kept pushing it. And I don't know if he knows something on Fletcher because he also disrespected Fletcher's wife because she just pretty much said, "Hey, I'm going to Melody name changing ceremony." He went completely off. Like I said before, he was like in the very beginning, "You need to go back and change your name. You need to do this." But now the story is you disrespecting me. Look at how you threw my name away. And then you're going to disrespect somebody else's wife because you just found out that your ex-wife is celebrating being detached from you.
Okay. Let's go with the name. Now he feels to Melanie, you disrespect my name because you threw it away. But he actually the one Martell, you are the one that disrespected your name. You disrespected your name when you laid up and you cheated on your wife. That is disrespectful of your name. How do you not see that is so disrespectful on your name? You are putting on your name, you are a liar, you are a betrayer. You
You
have
put her
failed
name
your
in someone
family.
else.
How could you? I think if anything, she did herself a service by detaching that name, that reputation, that spirit away from her. Because what's his last name again?
Holt.
What have the Holts done? What is so special about the Holts? What is the Holts known for? Right now, the Holts are known for making a spectacle, being a betrayer, a cheater, a liar, a circus clown act. That is what the Holts is known for. Missy, what is the Holts known for? What's their reputation?
As of right now, Mama don't hold her sons accountable. Um, he put it out there that his mom got for her two sons, they got different father. His father went in jail for like 20 years. She'll do anything, she'll listen to him, and whatever she say, well, baby, mama know, mama seeing how she talk to you. But you sit right here with your name and insert yourself in somebody else to birth something that is part of your legacy. You didn't keep the hope within your whole household. And like I said, he told her in the beginning, "Hey, you need to change your name. You're keeping the Holt name to be attached to me." And now you're mad when it gets switched. So,
Okay. Okay, you back?
how do you really feel? He doesn't know how he feels. It's based on whatever male does, he feels the opposite. If she would have kept a hold, would have said, you need to go change it back to Rogers. But because she changed it back to Rogers, oh, you disrespected the whole name. So whatever she does, she's going to be wrong. She's never going to be right. And that's just to deflect the fact that he's always wrong.
So do you really hate her? It sounds like you hate. Let me see if I have you around and I'm constantly, what you call that, agitating you, like you go left. I say, no, Miss C, go right. And I'm just on you and everything you do, it's never right. And it's always your fault. I would feel like I dislike you. Either I hate you or am I jealous of you? Which one is
Jealous.
it?
Jealous.
He's jealous of her.
He's very jealous of her because without her, it's a lot of stuff that got stopped because of him. But she's still making money.
So he wish he had the discipline and the focus and the know-how like she knows.
He wish he had her.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it boils down to. He wish he still had her.
To take advantage of her.
Correct.
Because he's not going to treat her right. So he wished he had her only to use her. So I think we want to get that clear, because sometimes when a man or someone tells you, oh, he wants you back, the first thing comes to mind is, oh, you know, he want me back. He want to care about me. He want to protect me. He wants to be the husband. No, he wants to misuse you and abuse you and betray you like he's been doing.
Control.
Yes, that's what he want to do.
And it's disheartening that he's like that. But Mel has gotten to the point where she was like, I would never be at a place where you can come into my space.
Good for her. Good for her.
And he doesn't like that.
Good for her. Stand on business, Mel. And I hope she is a lesson or a teacher so many women to stand on business, because she have forgive him. She has overlooked so many things that most likely she should have not, because one thing we know, you cannot change a man. You cannot change a man. Now that man will lie to you. We know you cannot change a man, and we know a man will always lie to you.
And we can't raise him either. We can't raise a man either.
Yeah, that's part of change, because
but I say raise him because some things he isn't even familiar with. So now at this, like you said, his big old age, you can't even raise him to understand, hey, you know how with a child, that's a no. You can't do that. You can't even get that to process through his mind that, hey, what you did was wrong and these are your repercussions for your action. He does not get that. Instead, he get, well, I did this, but she did this back and such and such and such. No.
Yeah, you're right. You know why? Because at his big age, he has programmed himself to be this person. So he has to unpack all of that. And he is a lazy person. His personality is lazy. Do you think a lazy person want to unpack all that for the betterment of themselves, especially when they're lazy and they're comfortable with that?
Nope. He won't do it. He never will.
Yeah, he's lazy, entitled, and comfortable. Now, you know that's a bad combination.
And he has somebody validating how he feels, even though they know it's wrong.
Which is mom.
Yep.
I
I seen it, baby. I know. You didn't see it all. You don't know. You didn't lay in the bed with them.
All right, hold on, Mel. Let's get a phone call. See, Miss C. Call from 111. You're live on the air. Hello, 111. All right, going 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, we're gonna let that caller go. All right, so I'll let you guys know, me and Miss C, we're answering phone calls. If you guys want to call, the phone number is right here. We are talking about the situation, the video that just leaked out. And this situation has been talked about on TASHA K yesterday, went viral, and we're just sitting up here gathering more information. And hopefully, our conversation can help so many people out there that has gone through the same situation that this couple was going through. All right, so we do have another caller calling from 323. You're live on the air. 323. Okay. Well, maybe it's something wrong with my phone. 323. All right, so we're gonna let 323 go. So, Miss C, what else? Can you talk for a second while I try to test my phone call? Miss C done gone too. Okay, Miss C, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, can you talk a little bit for a second about the case? Well, I'm gonna try to call in to test it.
Okay. So
All right, is she there? Okay, so I don't know. I think something is going on with Miss C, her situation. But for you guys that just coming in, I want to replay the video that just got out and that's going out.
Oh, no. Why you acting like that?
Okay, go ahead, Miss C.
I was saying my husband had cut in, so I apologize about that.
It's okay.
But pretty much we're just talking about how this old footage mysteriously popped up that was on my telephone, and how it's in the blogs again, and how he's manipulative per usual.
And he's doing all this because he wants people to see her in a bad light. He wants to paint this woman as, hey, she is an aggressive, manly person that is just out of hand and out of order. That was his goal. Just like, do you guys remember Keke Palmer, boyfriend, baby father? The same thing he has done. And it's not working because people are not believing the hype.
Correct.
Hello?
Yeah, I said correct. I mean, people that knows.
Okay, I want to. Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, you can talk, Missy.
Oh, okay. You seem far away, so that's why I was.
Because I'm getting off this mic and I'm going to talk on the cell phone. I just want to see if you can hear me.
Oh, okay. But I don't even know what to say at this point. It's just the same thing. If anybody's not familiar with the situation, it's from Love and Marriage Huntsville. And Martell Holt, he went on TASHA K, talked a lot of stuff, a lot of inaccurate situation that can be proven from film, let alone through legal litigations. But he talked about his ex-wife, who he claimed he has no hard feelings, wish her the best. But he completely tried to make her the villain because he's wrong, versus coming out and apologizing for being a horrible husband and human being overall. It's not just even being a husband, just the fact that a human being would do this.
You're right. Okay, Miss C. Stay right there. We're gonna have Vanessa. Hey, Vanessa, how are you? You're right. Okay, Miss C. Stay right there. We're gonna have Vanessa. Hey, Vanessa, how are you? You're right. Okay, Miss C. Stay right there. We audio down. I guess Vanessa was there. She had to clear out. So I don't know what's going to happen with my phone call. I have to fix it because I did try calling in and I was saying hello, but no one heard me on the other side. So I apologize for that. I'm going to have to get that worked out. So if you guys want to call in, I would love for you guys to do so, but just hit that link for right now. So if you guys call in, I would love Vanessa, you're here. Can you turn the radio back? Your audio. So if you guys call in, Vanessa, you're here. Vanessa, when you come up here, if you can turn the radio in the background or the YouTube, if you can turn that off completely. So when I bring you up, I can hear you and I won't hear any feedback. I appreciate that. So I'm going to bring up you, Vanessa. Well, I can hear you and I won't hear Vanessa. Are you there, Vanessa? I think it's a lag. Missy, can you hear me? Vanessa, are you there? All right. Well, I think something's wrong with Vanessa. I think it's a lag. Okay. So back, Missy, I thank you so much. And I'm sorry for you guys, all this mishandling situations. So people are saying, OMG, he doxed her. So would you go as far to say that he doxed Mel, Missy?
Yes. And if they're using Doc the way that I'm thinking they're using Doc, like he does everything, like document everything that she does and annoy her and just do little things. He's trying to really push her over the edge to lose her mind. But she know what she's dealing with, so that's why she tries to stay away from him. In one episode, they was paired up on a trust issue, and she had to fall back and see if she trusted him. So instead of her falling back so Martell could trust her, she just fell straight to the ground. She was like, I'd rather fall than fall in your arms. Because she know that it's going to be something with that trust.
Got it. So they're playing the where you have all the people around and you lean back and you have to allow someone else to catch you as you stand and you look forward and you just fall back. Is that the game they were playing?
Yes.
Got it. And she said with good sense that no, because she does not trust him, so she will not fall back. And I think that's so powerful, Mel, that she got to that point. And I just want to give a congratulations to Mel and women like Mel to get to that point because that is a journey. That is a journey to get to the point of self-love, to be self-aware, to know that you don't belong here, to know that you're not being loved. This is not what you signed up for. Marriage, you're not supposed to hurt. I understand marriage goes through these things, but to get cheated on, disrespected, used, that is not the plan. Not no. And it's even worse when the person that is doing all this, they're not feeling any pain because they can continue to cheat on you. He doesn't hurt when he goes out to cheat and to betray her. He's probably messing around with her, thinking about different women. This is the mindset of these individuals. And she did not sign up for this. She was deceived. He is a good talker. He can talk a good game. And Mel, she believed the game that he was spitting out. It sounded good. And she was there for a long time. That is so frustrating. That is so heartbreaking. For me to be there for a long time, I gave you 4 kids.
And on TV.
That is a lot. The risk of women going to birth, I risked my life to have your kids. And this is how you treat me. This is the thanks I get. That is so heartbreaking. That is so
and for it to happen on TV. Everybody's watching you.
Go into that, Missy, because I don't want to.
And then for it to happen on TV where everyone is watching you. Everyone is watching you, and everybody. Huntsville's a small city. Everybody knows everybody, so they already know the rumors. So now you have I'm not going to even say national, but you have the whole world watching you now. So now all of this is spilling out, whether it's via blogs or however, people talking about it, coleslaw, Arionne, whatever. She's coming out because she wants to be famous. Still hasn't gotten a supporting role on the show.
Yeah.
Even though she's part of the dynamic, she is not being respected at all because she doesn't respect herself.
Yeah. On top of all that, Miss C, you did bring up a good point that she has to constantly hear her name brought up on social media time and time again. She is constantly bombarded with people saying, did you hear what they said this about you? You know what they said about you on this blog. You know what they're saying. Even your friend, you think your friend was talking about you. Wow. And who would think, as you coming of age, you and your teenagers, dreaming about marriage, that you will have to live this nightmare. You have to live this nightmare. You have to relive in it. I don't know if you guys ever been famous before. I know I have. And it's so irritating. It's so heartbreaking to constantly hear people talk bad about you in different forms and different platforms. And you feel like you cannot escape it because it's everywhere. Your friends involved, your family involved, calling her, girl, I want to cuss him out. Tell me what to do. And you just want to escape. Escape from it all. Because it doesn't serve me to feed into that gossip, because it's going to make her or me to come out here and to go back and forth. And that's what he wants. He wants more of a storyline. He wants more of attention, and he'll get more attention if Mel comes back into the circus and to go back and forth with him on social media. And that just makes Mel look even more. It doesn't do her a service.
Nope.
The best thing that she could do is to ignore all this. And I don't know how could she do it, because it is a challenge to ignore people disrespecting your name and making lies about you and got the facts wrong. And people that is coming on the channels, they're telling their storyline, and it's so wrong. It's like, no, I'm not going to sit here and allow this false narrative to continue on. I understand wanting to speak up for yourself, and that is the role she's going to have to decide. Do I come back out here and speak out, or do I just let this fly and try to move on with my life? And how long is this going to go? As long
That
as
part.
as long as he's on TV trying to be a star, is he constantly going to drag my name in it? Is he going to constantly use me in order to get popularity and to order to have a storyline? And I think he is, because he always is jealous of her. He always dragged her. And it's like, do she ever get a break from him? Like, you dragged her, you disrespected her, since you met her, you have done so wrong to her, and you mask it up with pretty words and false confirmations. It's like you got boo-boo and you just dress it up with whipped cream and say, here you go, this is the cake, okay? And she gotten full of crap
She
all
was
this
sleeping with her worst enemy for years.
time, not even sleeping with you. This is worse, Miss C.
No, when I say sleeping, not sexually, but laying beside, you're falling into the arms of your worst enemy for years, not knowing. After 4 kids is when you're finding out this person is literally my worst enemy,
Mm.
because he's dragging me everywhere he go for his own gain. But the fact that you would do that to try to shame someone who did a lot, because she was a team player. She understood the assignment as a wife in a marriage, as a team, and to keep things home. But because you didn't, you're going to drag her all the way through all of this mud. That's not fair.
It's beyond not fair. It's what is the word? The word not fair, Miss C, that is not the
It's
word.
an understatement.
Not
Yeah.
fair. Not fair. Not fair. Miss C, this is worse than not fair. Not fair is you getting 4 M&Ms and I'm getting 2 M&Ms. That's not fair. Okay.
Yeah.
This right here, can you guys in the comment section give me the words to explain or describe this? it's just, I
It's
don't know how to put it.
despicable and disgusting. Like I said, it's her worst enemy. She's been in the arms of her worst enemy for so long. And the sad thing about it, because I have one son, but even if you're not around someone or they don't get exposed to certain things, they still have traits. So she have 4 kids. I'm pretty sure that one of her kids may have a trait that she really don't like that's from their father. And it is a hard trait to try to break, because people may not believe this or not. But even with my son, he had no involvement with his father, but he does things just like his father did. And I'm like, this is crazy. I've seen it with some of my friends and their kids. And it's like, wow, like some things is really truly genetic, the way children think, because that is their biological makeup. So that affects their back chemistry and their balance too in the brain. So it's kind of hard. Like, you got 4 kids and you telling me that not one of them got one of these bad traits. It's a constant reminder as well.
Mm. Well, I have I can only give what I think. I have no experience in that, and I'm sorry that you have to go through that.
Oh no, that's cool. I just hit him. It was okay.
Say you just hit them.
Yeah, I just hit him. Not my child is fine. Everyone, it's a joke for y'all. Cost child protective services. Golly, I forgot we in the sensitive generations. Yeah, I just gave him a big old hug and time out
Hmm.
for doing wrong.
Yeah, but I'm sure, when she see that in her kids, when she sees the negative traits of her husband, I hope that she can, get to a point where she doesn't lash out in hate towards them, but she can try to correct that behavior and have a really sit down conversation and constantly have a conversation about that to try to correct that. But yeah, that's heartbreaking. I have no experience in that.
And I'm just, my whole thing is I pray for, she's putting on a good act, but mentally as a woman, it's not that easy. I don't care how much you say I don't deal with it, I don't think about it. The reality is you're living it though. You can try not to think about it, but the reality is you are living in this. I don't care what you put on the camera. I don't care what you put around people. I don't care how many times you go on vacation for me time. It's times where you are at the point of, why is this person doing this to me? Especially when you gave this person so much of you. So if Melody ever watched this, girl, just know it's people that love you. You ain't been through this alone. People done went through this too. Done got to the other side. Stay strong, but you ain't gotta pretend to be strong.
Hmm. And I want to know this too, because I know you said that she have a strong face, and sometimes she might have to put on that strong face to the public because they're going to tear her up.
Yeah.
They're going to tear her up. They're going to call her, you stupid. You should have been left. Well, why you wanted to do it anyway? You asked for it. And also, I wanted to state, just because you don't feel it now doesn't mean
Hmm.
that it may not come later in life. And a
Yep.
lot of times when we deal with trauma, we don't really necessarily realize how it affects us at that moment. But then later in life, when we start to reflect or something happened and it triggers your past, and it's like, dang, I've been dealing with this and I have not even realized that this has affected me in such a major way. I thought it was fine, I thought I was okay, but clearly I'm not okay. I'm
Yeah.
not okay, and that's okay to be not okay.
Hmm.
I think having that self-aware and that knowledge that you're not okay, and it comes a time where you have self-reflection and you're starting to be self-aware, because so many people, they are not self-aware of how they truly feel about things. They haven't gave it time to really settle. Because sometimes when you're going through stuff, you can't ask me right there. Give it time, and I can really give an honest answer.
Yes. And you summed that up so well,
Mm,
because trauma is hard to face and it's even harder to heal. It's not an overnight thing.
not by far.
Here's the forecast for tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Look at that today.
It said Trish tried calling her stupid because she got pregnant with Sugar Mama after knowing he cheated. Do you know
Mm-hmm.
who is Trish? Trish,
So, Tisha,
who is that?
she is one of the other women on the show who husband pretty much said that you would not find anything on me for cheating because I would not leave any type of receipts to be found. She has the audacity to speak on somebody else's situation when her husband is manipulative. Her husband told her to her face, well, y'all go ahead and stay at the apartment. Me and their older son, they was gonna stay at the house they was fixing up and staying the night there. What? She's not the brightest in the sky either. Her star is a little dim as well. She's very naive. And he said that to her mother. And she said they have a picture of his back.
Mm,
He told him, he said that could be anybody back. People know your back. Your wife know your back.
mm-hmm,
And if she don't, something wrong with her. And something is wrong with her.
mm,
And when her mama confronted him, he told her, he said, if I did anything, I promise you there would not be any receipts to confirm that I did. And the mama said, so what you trying to tell me, Arsto? So from that to come from Letitia to speak on anybody's situation, when your man sits right here and he only argues with women, and he really talks to you like you're one of the children, you shouldn't say anything at all.
mm. So basically, you're saying that Tisha's husband cheats on her as well.
Yes, and I do believe when Martell said that they went out of town and they went to Georgia, and Marceau was with a female as well. I truly believe he said all of them got into something.
Wow.
I believe it. Stuff, lottie dottie, everybody going off, and you just sitting in the strip club. You're like, well, I'm a mosey on back to my room. No,
So all these brothers are cheating on their wives. So they don't care how they are representation of black men out here. Not only black men, I'm sorry, black married men.
Marceau semi cares because he said he's not going to get caught,
Well,
so
not
it can't be proven.
but Miss C, what about your integrity? What about that? Do we ever sit around and talk about integrity? Meaning that, even if nobody knows, it's still not right and you're still not going to do it because your integrity would not allow you. You know that you betrayed your wife. You know that you disrespected your wife and your family by being with someone else in that type of capacity.
Correct.
Where's the integrity? Is on these shows we just don't talk about integrity at all? And
There
what
is no integrity. I mean,
what are
what is
you
there to talk
teaching
about
your
being
kids?
on the show?
How could you teach your kids integrity when you don't have any?
Correct. You're on this show exposing your entire lives. I mean, the integrity is pretty much gone, in my opinion. There is no integrity because you all would rather get a check. And keep in mind, I can pull this up on multiple streaming platforms. If you got just the smallest type of cable services, you can get it on demand. The kids are getting older because it's been running for years. So you're telling me that your livelihood is worth this much money in exchange for your peace, for your kids, for yourself.
Mm,
It's no integrity to it.
mm,
Started off with good intent, but at some point we got to be like, okay, hold up, this is not a good look for the men. Okay, we got to change things up, or even the men got to say, I got to do better. Now, all of them, they aren't bad. Majority of them, they're good, but two and a half of them, and that's Martell, Marceau, and Marceau brother, because he a little questionable at times too. It's
mm.
like, what's going on?
And the way they out here cheating is as if it's no shame in cheating.
Mm-mm.
It's
It,
no.
it kind of reminds me that the South is still the same. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Just make sure home is taken care of. But in Martell's case, you weren't taking care of home. Mel was.
Mm,
Mel supported you to make sure you could be that alpha male. So she did the work so you could be the alpha male.
mm.
Oh, his mom is definitely to blame. I said that over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
She still babies him and say, baby, I see it. I know. Just she talk nasty to you. Yeah, why would I talk nice to someone who's talking negative about me in every way?
Got it.
And I'm not even going out having interviews about you, but every interview you're bringing up that I did this, did that, that has nothing to do with anything. You're screaming on other women who support me as I'm going through this journey of getting back to self love. How can you scream at somebody else's wife?
Mm. Well, I would say this. I believe the mother is the author. I believe she is the creator. But when it comes to, I cannot hold her accountable for a grown man actions.
Nope.
It comes a time when a man is growing up that he has to reflect and he has to look at the man in the mirror and he has to be okay with what he sees. And when I'm saying looking in the mirror, it's not always saying what do you see physically, but as your soul, what is your soul reflects? Who are you? Where's your principles? Where do you lie? You're honest, all that. And he is clearly okay with it. And I do believe he know right from wrong, but
Yes.
he decides to continue to take this path. So I hold him fully accountable at his big age.
He
Because
completely
so many
knows right from wrong. He knows how to talk to make himself sound right. So you know what to do to be right. You
yeah,
just choose not to.
yeah, so many people have been raised one way and they realize this is not their path and they change. Some change for the better, some change for the worst. At the end of the day, as you're coming of age, you have to be accountable for yourself. Now understand that she did create it. She is the author. But yeah, I just don't put it fully on her. But I understand what people are saying when they say that.
Yep. So I just, like I said, I just wish Mel and all the kids, including Cole's lost son, the best with all of this because they are his legacy. They are the Holts now, since he want to talk about names.
Hmm. Well, is he a good father? Is he involved heavily or no?
I mean, he claimed he is.
But you know he lies.
Exactly. That's why I say he claimed.
Oh,
I did not
well,
confirm nor deny.
if he say he's doing it, then most likely he's not, because the way how he treated their mom and how it's all on television and they can see this and they can pick up what they're putting down. And I'm assuming Mel is going to raise them in a right way. Would you say?
I would think so. I would hope so. I mean, I don't know their parenting skills. She's very booked and busy. He's spending a lot of time, in other cities. So, I mean, Hopefully, if they are, or it's set up in an arrangement where the people that's around them, you know, when necessary, they are following whatever they suggest how they be raised. But I can't comment on that because we don't know.
Got it. Well, let's project, because I would project and I would say, listen, sons, you see how your dad is around here in different cities. This is not how you are to be in your household when you have a family of your own. You always want to come home at night to your wife. You want to be the provider. Well, nowadays, maybe not, right?
Now, I mean, I don't get it. Back in the days, the man found a house. The woman, just had to be like, okay, I like this house. Nowadays, the woman have the house set up. The man move in with her and her kids, and then he make the rules, and the kids got to fall in line with his rules in their house. I don't get it, but that's another story for another day. But it's kind of hard to say because he has just two sons, one with Mel, one with coleslaw. I'm praying for coleslaw side, because the example she set, and your dad can come whenever he wants, but you see him with other women on TV. But you see him here with mommy, but you see him with other women. You see him say he like other women. You see he like dating other women, but yeah, he's watching the show here with mommy. So it's like he won't know possibly right from wrong because neither parent does.
Yeah, and I wonder what it does. I can't say because I've never been in that position. My father married my mom. My family, his side and my side, even though my father did cheat, but they always say, "Oh, especially his side of family, oh, he loved your mom, and that was the love of his
Mm-hmm.
life, and all this and all that." But my
That's
other
my
brothers and
dad.
sisters, they know that they were pretty much, some of them were not wanted, and that affects them because they know that.
Mm-hmm.
They know that their mom was a one night stand.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make a child feel to know that you are a product of a one night stand, that you are a product of, um, you know, a side piece?
That's the
I,
thing. I give him this. When he speak of his children, he is proud to say, "I'm a father of five." If somebody be like, "Well, what about your 4 children?" He say, "Five, five. My son, I have 5 children." He is very adamant in giving him the same attention that Melody children have. So I do give him that. He does recognize him well, and you got to look at it too. This is a relationship that has gone on for over 5 years, an affair. 6, 7 years now. She's just there. She's very
but
convenient.
still,
Her shop
the
is always open.
the son will have to face that to know my mom is a side piece.
I
My mom,
mean, but when your dad is there a lot, do you really feel
yeah,
it like that?
yes. If I'm just projecting, if I was the son, I would feel some type of way. But my mom being a whore, you
Yeah,
know,
I was about to say I would feel some way about my mom, but as far as my
about
dad, well, he come
my
over all the
mom,
time. My
that you
mom
were the
let him.
side piece and he had a wife and I'm the other child, I'm going to feel some type of way as a child.
Yeah, but because he's close in age with his youngest child with Mel, and that's when the divorce and the split happened. He's integrated from pretty much birth with his siblings. Because when he has his kids, he has all his kids. He might have more time with that child because when it's time for them to go back with their mom, he can still go to coleslaw. So he might have that one-on-one father figure time that the other four doesn't have because they come in as a package.
That might be true, but at the end of the day, he didn't marry his mom.
He didn't, but you got to realize in today's time, and by the time he get older, marriage won't be nothing but a paper in their head. It's going to be about the relationship he has with his
I
father.
disagree. I disagree, Missy.
I'm
Um,
married. I mean, I believe in it, but I have a lot of friends that they are really common law marriages, and they're complacent with it. It's easier for them.
Yeah. I just see that a lot of conservative things are coming back, especially this presidential. And if
Mm.
you know who gets back, I think a lot of
Mm-hmm.
conservative ways are going to come back in a major way.
Mm.
And I think a lot of people is going to have to conform.
I
And I
don't
think
think
they're
a
going
lot of conservative ways are going to come back simply because he's not conservative. He's just on the conservative side.
to. Well, Miss C, you got to teach me then. Miss C know way more than I know. Okay.
I mean, look at the way they act on J6. They showed their tails.
Yeah, but
Their conservative nature is out the window. It's just division now.
I think it's different standards for
Mm-hmm.
them and for everybody else. I feel that
Correct.
for them, they feel that it is excusable because they're trying to save America. If someone else is doing it, then no, they have a belief. And I think that beliefs are very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Belief starts wars,
Yep.
beliefs in lives. So as long as they believe they're fighting a good fight, then, and as long as they're in power, which I think they will be in power, then
Yeah.
nobody's going to stop them. And they're going to set the standard and they are in control. So. But
So
yeah,
yeah,
that's
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 true.
an interesting point of view.
Yeah. I mean, but a lot of their kids in college, I seen them down at this nice old place called Planned Parenthood. And the states that still got it, so they ain't as conservative as they pretend to be when they become adults. They got secrets with their,
Of
old
course.
sweethearts. They're the
Yeah,
main ones running to him.
I
So,
agree with you, but I do feel that even though they do all that, reputation means a lot to them.
yep.
So I was raised in conservative, and it's always, reputation. Even if we do dirt, that's our dirt, and nobody needs to know that
Yep.
dirt. And you just that dirt disappears. It never happened. You understand?
It get paid off like their leader.
Yeah, it's not getting shown like the reality shows.
hmm Correct. It's only so much that's going to be shared, and that's why I said like they need to redo this whole thing. He shouldn't be able to continue to drag her. Some type of gag order, something has to be done. Because mentally, I don't care how good you are, it has to be exhausting.
Mhm. Um, he referred to Sugar Mama as this last child. As she looks her mom and did a DNA test, he didn't acknowledge her much. Do you know about that?
hmm Yeah, he tried to pretend because this is the thing when men cheat and you have just certain things that you do, it makes them think that when you do certain actions that the outcome of your action is whatever the outcome of their action was. So for me, I know that I would go to like a nice hotel to get a spa, a facial, just once a year or something, just for a self-love, self-care day. But when a man goes to a hotel, they're not going for self-love. They're getting their self-loved on in other ways, but it's not like how a woman, we want a nice massage, spa,
Yes.
stuff on our
Back
face,
massage.
just
Back.
away from reality, and then come back, rejuvenate, reset, come back. But for them, when you say you're going to a hotel, in their mind, it's only one reason why you're going to a hotel. So they look at things from the perspective of themselves. Like if I did this, this is why I'm doing this.
Mm. So you're
Versus
saying,
taking the truth because they're not truthful.
are you saying that the lady, she went to the hotel to get a spa and he accused her of cheating?
Yes, Melody has admitted she needed self-care days.
Got it. And he accused her of cheating when she was going to the hotel.
Correct.
So
Even though
when
he had her location, hotel, everything, he could have pulled up at any time.
mm. So when she did go there, like why didn't he address it then?
In private, they may have cameras aren't rolling all the time, but he keeps bringing it up now. So who's to say he didn't? Because she said, "You know what I was doing then. Why do you keep going back to this?" He doesn't have much to stand on, so he keep using the same stuff.
Yeah, it just seems like he's looking, he's fishing for
Yeah, he's
something.
prying for something to make himself seem you know, not as bad as he really is. Like, well, she did it too. So now how you guys feel when you can't do that? Take ownership. Even if she did do it, you have to take ownership for your actions.
Mm.
That's what you're responsible for. You're responsible for yourself, especially now that you all are divorced. You
Yeah.
are not one. If
Yes.
Martell can take ownership for his action and strictly focus on himself and what he needs to improve to be a better person for not only himself, but for himself and his children, he would get a lot further than taking interviews to try to put Melody out there.
Mhm. He sound like a big hypocrite because you tell me that he accuses her to go to the hotel cheating when he knows she's not. And but recently, I believe in that TASHA K interview, he mentions that the blogs was posting that he was DN her or domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
He said he hated that because he never put hands on her and they are twisting the story. And I'm like, it's interesting that you're upset that people twist your truth, but you twist everybody else's truth or her truth all the time. So that sounds like a hypocrite.
He is a hypocrite because he said, I'm tired of people speaking on what I do. Why everybody don't know me? Why they keeping on speaking on what I do? But you keep speaking on and trying to make accusations on her. He's a big hypocrite. He's his worst enemy too.
Yeah, he is.
He's
And
gonna
I
be
will
his own
hope
demise.
I hope his sons don't turn out nothing like him.
And that's why I said traits. I hope they do not have the exposure to think that certain things are okay, that they start to question just because of the behavior of their father.
Mm. And I guess when it comes to male part, her stand down for so long with this guy and wasted her time. And the only thing she got out of was her beautiful kids. Um, do you feel like she did too much, like for him to help him?
No, that was her husband. I
Mm.
don't feel like she did too much. As a wife, that's your husband. You can never say for us to be in a great position and I'm going to be the team player. Because, I mean, he still came up with great designs for building. She got the builder's license and things of that nature. But I can never say she did too much as a wife. He didn't do enough as a husband.
Mm. Okay, I guess that's another way to put it. When I was thinking about it, if I was in her shoes projecting, when I realize that he needs me to do X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna be like, nope, not gonna happen. Uh-uh. No, I'm out. No, because you need to do all this work, not me. And I think also, it is a possibility that this guy could betray you in the worst way because he's a man. And men are not always to be trusted, even if he is your husband. And
Correct.
you said it earlier, the best. You said that's the enemy. So
Mm-hmm.
your enemy and your husband, that is opposite. Your husband is protecting
Yeah,
you. Your husband loves you and protects you and
that's
provides,
what he's supposed to do.
and your enemy takes away from you. So
Correct.
we are getting confused with labels.
And
So
that's the thing.
what
That's why I said, as a wife, she did. I don't feel like she did much because she was a wife. He was her husband. She did not see him
if
as an
he was a
enemy.
real husband, I guess for me, she didn't do too much. But because he was the demon that she
Hmm.
was feeding and propping up, and I guess she didn't see it earlier. And was that what it was? She didn't realize or recognize the dog that he was in the beginning.
No, I mean, he's very charming. He know how to put it on. So she felt like this is what we can do to make our family better. And okay, you can do this, like you're great at this. Okay, I'm an English teacher. I'm better at test taking. If it just takes me to get a builder license and we go in business together and you can build homes, commercial properties, and we can make $1 million, I got you. You're my husband. If she did not love him in the way that she did, she would not have married him like that. That was her husband. He
I
held that title, and she looked at it like, I'm going to do whatever it takes because we're one. He did not hold up to his end, and he turned out to be something totally different. He was still her husband. He just was a evil spawn of a husband, and she did not see that side in the beginning because she would not have married him.
he had the title of a husband, but his actions never lined up as a husband.
No,
It always lined up as the opposite, the enemy.
her enemy.
I guess I ask a question like that because I often hear people say, if a woman does too much, that man can never respect her in a certain light. Have you ever heard those people
I
say?
heard those saying, but I feel like it's certain levels to that because who's to say what too much is?
Hmm.
But what is your definition? It depends on what your definition of what too much is because some people, hey, oh, she went and got the builder's license so they could make money. That's too much. I mean, come on. They built a brand together. So would they supposed to have been poor just because it's like it all depends on what your two. Oh, she could come dinner every night. That's too much. Like it's always going to be somebody that's going to say that something's too much.
That is a funny TikTok. Can you see that? Like being a funny TikTok?
Yeah.
Like, oh, he want me to cook too dinner. He doing too much. Then he want me to do this. He doing too much. Or she doing too much. That'd be a funny TikTok. Like things girl do, and then just
Mhm.
add in, no, you doing too much and take that dinner away. That would go viral. You doing
Right.
too much.
You doing too much. You make up your bed every day. You doing too
You
much.
do
Like,
undo that bed. You doing too much for him.
oh my goodness. You pick the kids up from school. You doing too
You
much.
doing too much. Not every day. You doing too much, girl. You doing
Like it's always going to be too much to somebody. But if that's your wife and y'all a unit, in my opinion, especially as when we're emotional creatures, we're going to come from a place of emotion and a place of, okay, so
right.
I can see the long term goal. This is my spouse. When I said I do whatever
Yeah.
it takes.
You're full in. You're full throttle. You're invested.
And a lot of times, even to get to the wedding to say I do, once people get engaged or right before an engagement, they already have that mentality.
Mm.
So once you're married, it's even, heavier.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, she was a wife. She
Did the
was like, hey,
audio
let's
go
feed our
down?
kids.
Can you hear me? Is the audio down?
Oh, you're fine.
Okay, your audio went down for 1 second.
Oh, I'm
Hold
sorry.
on, I'm gonna try something.
You
Is this better
echoing.
now? Can you hear me louder? Not
Yeah,
really.
you were echoing for a second.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is this better?
Yeah, it's actually clear.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something, Miss C. I don't know why it's low on my end. 845. Can you hear me? Can you hear her, Miss C?
I can hear but barely.
Yeah, I can barely too. It's something on my end. I gotta get my situation together. I apologize, but I can. Hello? Yeah, I can hear her, but I can barely hear. Mm, let me see. Hello? Can you hear me now? Hello? Can you hear me better now? Can
I
you
can
hear me,
still,
Missy?
yeah, I can hear you.
Is it still echoing?
It was echoing for a second as you were turning the volume up, but not now.
Got it. Okay. 845. I gotta get my. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. I gotta get it together. I apologize. But yeah, this phone is not working currently. Is something wrong with this audio? Not sure, but I don't want to get too off topic. Built-in microphone.
Now you
So
echoing.
you guys out there, do you got yes echoing? Okay, you guys can hear echo currently. You hear echo, Miss C?
Yes.
Yeah, I hear echo too. All right, so let me go. Is this hello? Hello? I
You
don't hear echo
yeah,
anymore.
you good now.
I'm good now. I'm so sorry about that. I have no idea I have to figure it out. I'll figure it out later. I should have had to figure out before. Because we do have some callers. Unfortunately, I can't. I can try to call them *67. You think that should work, Missy?
I would think you should. I mean, I just want to hear other people's perspective on it.
Right. I'm gonna call them 467. I'm gonna, block my number. Hopefully that works. All right. Let me see if they're gonna pick up. So you guys, I'm calling you private through my other number. Do you hear the phone ring?
Hello?
Hey, how's it going? This is Messy from the Messy Show. And I'm calling you from my other number because I'm having issues with Blog Talk. And I have you live on air. Everybody can hear you. And what are your thoughts on the matter?
Well, that I feel so bad for Melody. I really do, because she's really a nice, hardworking mother. And this has been going. That what you guys are witnessing is something that happened 4 years ago, before they even got on the show. I think they had just when that fight started.
Wow.
So he's showing stuff that is so old that it's not even new. He's trying to make everybody think that it's
new.
That happened. Yeah. No, that happened a long time ago. Sugar Mama's going on 5 years old. She got to be about 4. So that happened before she got pregnant with Sugar Mama. So
is this
when she caught him cheating?
Wow. So is this another one of his tricks, like manipulating the public to paint her as very evil? Isn't that awful?
Definitely.
Isn't
and
that
he's
awful?
mad right now because she's touring with that guy, Carlos King. And she sold out down there in Huntsville. Melody is a multi-millionaire.
Wow.
I don't know if anybody didn't tell you that, but
I didn't know.
Yeah, she's a multi-millionaire. She has several businesses. As a matter of fact, I buy her products. I buy her 7th Avenue skin products, and they're excellent. She has so many different things that she has her hands in. She's a producer. He's so jealous, because he blew it. You cheated. And she threw you out and got rid of you after 20. The thing about it is, she got married to him when she was 22 years old, Messi. She was 22 years old when she met him. So a lot of the stuff that happened, this girl was a baby when she married that idiot. She didn't know she was marrying a narcissist.
That's true.
He's a narcissist. He's the excellent term of a narcissist. Everything he's doing to her, gaslighting. I think they should fire him. I don't know why he's still on OWN. I don't know what OWN. Oprah Winfrey's no longer there, so they're just doing whatever they want for clicks and views. But he shouldn't be on that show with her.
You're right.
She's refused to she refused to film with him 1 year, but for some reason, Carlos King, he wants the likes and the clicks, so he doesn't care if he exploits somebody's marriage with 4 children involved. It's horrible what OWN is doing right now with this guy. He should be fired. Why should he be allowed to work on a show that she developed? She shot that show to Carlos King years ago, and he was just happened to be her husband. He's a lazy bum. She got the license for the building. Like, he's jealous of that. He can't pass the test. Took the test like 10 times. Can't pass it. Melody took it 1 time, passed it, and she has her building's license.
Nice.
So she's into real estate. Her and her mother, they're into real estate. She's into cosmetics. She's into hoodies, all the merch. She's got to be well over $5 million.
Come on, girl.
If not more.
Come on, girl.
If not more.
So proud
She's not
of her.
broke. She's not broke, and that's what he's the broke one. He ended up with somebody on Section 8.
Wow.
So he can't sell none of his merch. Nobody wants to buy his stuff. I guess he got 20 followers. Who, I guess everything he puts out, it never goes anywhere. And everything she puts out, it sells out. Carlos King gave the show down in Atlanta with her. I mean, down in Huntsville. And the show sold out. It sold out. They actually had to add more people just because of her name. So everybody loves her, and he's jealous of her. He's very jealous. And now she had to hire a bodyguard. She has a bodyguard now on set, and she has a bodyguard at her house.
Wow.
Because he's been stalking her. Hate the RP. He's got the RP, and then he's been stalking her with the text messages and all of that stuff. I mean, I feel so bad for her children. It's sad that they have to grow up with a monster like that. Because he gets those kids every 7 days. They have joint custody, and he gets them every 7 days. So every 7 days she gets them, and every 7 days he gets them. So they are around him and his girlfriend. And it's just horrible what Melody has to go through. I feel for her. You know, children are all under 12 years old. I mean, it's going to be a time before they can even make a decision in the court to say, I don't want to see my dad. But right now they have to see him. So they have to be subjected to it. And he took the kids off the internet. He didn't want the kids on the internet no more because everybody loved the kids. The kids are called the M&M kids. Nobody likes his side baby. So he got mad and took them off the internet. So Melody can't even put her children on the internet. The pictures that you see of her kids, somebody else is posting those pictures. It's not her. Her mother posts the pictures because she can't, through the court, she can't post the kids anymore. He does horrible things behind the scenes. And I just don't understand why he's still on our television screen. I don't understand why a man that does all of this stuff to his wife is allowed for us to watch him every week, every Saturday night. Why is OWN hiring this guy? Why hasn't he been fired? They're going to wait till something happens, and then they'll be sued. Because if anything happens to her, you guys are going to be held liable. Carlos King, too, he's in on it. He doesn't do anything but coddle that guy. You're going to have to do something, sis. They were just on the reunion show recently, and a lot of explosion happened on the reunion show. This is one of the reasons why he's coming out, too. Because the reunion show, he got a bad review. Everybody, you know, Melody has over 500,000 followers, close to 600,000 followers. So, you know, he gets a bad review everywhere he goes. Wow. TASHA K ought to be kicked in her ass. You know, I like TASHA K. I did. But now I see why she got sued. You know, you do shit spiteful for money and clicks. You know, you still ain't going to be able to pay Cardi B $5 million. So I don't even understand why you even took this interview. It's ridiculous what TASHA K is doing. How she exploits somebody else's marriage, thinking she's funny. Funky Dineva turned it down.
Good for him.
He decided to turn it down. He said, no, I'm not going to. He said that Martell called him 5 times. He said his last time he told Martell, I'm not going to put you on and to exploit your wife and talk badly about your wife and try to destroy your wife. Not on my channel, not on my. And I'm glad Funky Dineva did that.
Yeah, he has integrity. That's integrity.
Yeah,
that's integrity.
He said that. He said, you know, I'm not gonna. He said, I asked this dude, what are you gonna say when I interview you? So he said he went to TASHA K second. He went to Funky Dineva first. Then Funky Dineva turned him down. No, I don't want to be bothered with that. And then Funky Dineva's smart. He doesn't want 600,000 people flooding his screen, you know, her followers and her supporters. They call them millimeters. He doesn't want that nonsense. TASHA K doesn't care. She doesn't care. Because you saw what she did to Cardi B. So she doesn't care. She doesn't care about she doesn't care about putting people down and exploiting them and stuff. I like TASHA K, but this one right here, I can't give my stamp of approval on this one. I didn't even watch it. I clicked it right off. I just see it on YouTube. Everybody's talking about it. But a lot of people are interested. So,
yeah. You know, when you are talking the point where she has to hire a bodyguard,
she literally does. She literally does. Because he came on one of the shows, this was a season ago, he came to her daughter's birthday party, uninvited. He acted like a fool on the screen, you know, on the set. He had threatened people. He has this homophobic thing about him. You know, he doesn't like her.
He's homophobic, but he wanted to talk to Funky Dineva.
That's another thing Funky Dineva was saying. If you go over there and read what he said.
But he sat down with Carlos. Ain't Carlos
exactly.
gay?
How you gonna want me to interview you when you talked about her brother taking it up? You know, you didn't want her brother to be around the kids because he was gay.
What?
Funky Dineva said, I have nieces and nephews in Miami that I see all the time, and my sisters would never take my nieces and nephews away from me.
Right.
I spend so much time with them. Why would I want to interview somebody like that?
Right.
Contradicting yourself, a hypocrite. Yeah. So Funky Dineva did say that. He did mention that about him being homophobic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. To me, he seems. To me, Martell seems like he's got some sugar in him.
He probably do because he hates that woman.
Airs. Yeah, he wants you to think he don't like, gay guys because him and Carlos King get along very well. Very well. So I don't know. I'm suspect to him. He might be on the down low.
He probably because do he treat women well?
Treat them horrible.
Okay,
every woman.
That's all you need to know.
Every woman the lady that called before me, every woman on the show he's argued with. He's just argued with another woman, and her husband sat right there and let him do it. And they just brought that up on the reunion. How you gonna allow? Why would you yell at her like that in front of her husband? And her husband, her husband said the reason why he let him get away with it is because he looks at Martell as being a brother.
Oh,
no,
hell no.
He disrespected your wife
on
national TV.
Brother or
he
not.
Disrespected Kenya. He disrespected Ken. He disrespected Tiffany. He disrespected so many of those women. So many of them. So no, he's not a good.
What type of
man.
brother is that? Do they got something going on? Are they butt buddies? Are they butt buddies?
Exactly. Something I don't understand why Carlos King won't fire him. So I don't know who got something on who. Somebody got something on somebody. I don't know.
Maybe they got some dealings. You never know.
Exactly.
You never know.
Something don't appear to be right with that. And Melody has called him, has said that he acts like a female.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last on the reunion where he really got mad was when she told people, told the audience that she didn't know what do you call that when you're having sex? She didn't know what that was when she was 22 years old. She never got it. She never got a climax from him. This is what she said on the reunion show.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said he had a hook and a curve. And she was like, a hook and a curve? Everybody started laughing. I mean, they just dogged him out on the internet. What are you talking about? I don't want no man with a hook and a curve. Is something wrong with it? That would seem strange to me.
Yeah, that's something another man would probably want.
Exactly. That's what Carlos King said. Carlos King said that's what he has.
That's something another man would like. Yeah.
Exactly. And Melody said, no, you never. Even though I have 4 kids, I'd had to get with somebody else in order to feel something like that. Because I never felt
a straight man want to make a woman squirt and do all that.
Exactly. And I don't think you can do it with a hook and a curve. But anyway, I would think it would have to be long and strong. But anyway, I don't know.
I would think that his goal and desire was to make her have fireworks, was to make her feel good.
But that's what he wants everybody to think. And she said, I just became a single parent. She was just a little too young for it. You're 22 years old. You really don't know much. Come on.
No, but that's what your man is for, to teach you things that you don't know. That's his job.
He cheated on her most of that marriage. Another thing they're not telling nobody is that he got another outside child. So yeah, people questioned her as to why she stayed. I understand why she stayed because I'm a female. I was married, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have stayed with nobody like Martell. Looking at what he's doing now, if this is something that you have to deal with over 12, I think they were married 13 years or something, 14 years. If you had to deal with that over a course of 10 or 14 years, just think what she had to go through. With this narcissist, cheating, lying ass idiot. Had an affair for 10 years. I think that was long. That lady said 6 years. No, him and that girl been together for 10 years.
Yeah, that's
He met that girl when she was 21 years old. I think that girl was 22 years old when he met her. She just looked old. But that girl's probably about 32, something like that. I think Melody's 38, 36 or 38. But yeah, he's a disgusting person. It makes me sick to my stomach. I mean, he actually makes Blueface look like a choir boy. I mean, oh my God. He thinks because he doesn't hit women that the abuse that he does to them is acceptable. No, emotional abuse is worse than physical abuse. And anybody will tell you that. If a man is emotionally abusing you all the time, and cheating is an emotional abuse to me.
Yeah.
That's emotional abuse. When a man is cheating on you.
Traumatizing.
Yeah, it's traumatizing that your man is cheating on you. And you know it about it. Or you just found out about it. You was the last one that found out. You know, it's and that, like that lady said.
And if you,
I don't go. She's right about men cheating. I don't like men who cheat, so I never really involved only when I was younger. But when I was married, I didn't deal with that cheating shit. My husband, we had other issues. It wasn't that. Thank God.
Yeah, but
I couldn't put up with that.
If you reverse, and these men will take you out of here if you cheat on them. That's how damaging it is.
They don't even want you screwing them. They would actually rather for you to have a woman up in you, because they know a woman can't penetrate, than to have a man. They'll always throw that up in your face. I don't care. The lady's right. Whenever a woman cheats on a man and she gets caught, you can forget it. They're either going to break up, or their marriage is going to be, it's just not going to be on the right track, because he's always going to throw it up in your face. That's why when women
it's traumatizing. It's traumatizing to know that you were betrayed and you got played. It does a lot to a person mental. It does a lot to a person self-esteem.
It does a lot to your self-esteem and your mental. Because it makes you feel like you're not worthy, and that's not the reason why a lot of men cheat.
And people that's out here cheating, they should realize I'm hurting my spouse, but they have no integrity. So therefore, they feel that if they can get away with it, they didn't cheat because you don't know about it. So that's when the lack of integrity hits. That's why you want to. Do these people have integrity? Because it's a lot of that's lacking.
I think Melody has integrity. I don't think she cheated on him the way he's saying. I think what happened was they broke up. If you separate from somebody, when you separated because you cheated. We separated because you cheated. Okay, so we're not together anymore. I live in a whole different apartment. You live in a different apartment or a house. Yeah, I can see somebody now. And even if she did see somebody when they were separated, she should have. Because you've been out there cheating for the last 5 years. With the same raggedy ass bitch.
Oh, let's watch the language.
Oh, excuse my French.
It's okay.
He was cheating on her with the same female for 5 years. On top of other women he was cheating on her with. Because she's not the only one. Martell, you see what he did with Sharee? All the lies he told.
Do you know the risk that he could have put her in, messing with different people, causing her health risk?
Her pH levels, that happens a lot with women.
She could have had that high five and been out of here. You're playing with somebody's life.
That's right.
We don't know if she did
especially have it. Being uncovered on it. See, that's what rappers do. They don't cover.
Yeah, Miss C said we don't know what they have. They could have something, but just haven't disclosed it.
Exactly. I think one rapper disclosed that he had it. And it gets to the point where women don't even care. I remember Usher, that thing came out about Usher. And that was proven because the lady took him to court. So It was another person too. I don't want to say his name,
Yeah.
but yeah, they have.
I mean,
that
I
stuff.
think the first person we knew that have high five was Eazy-E. Rest in peace.
Oh, you talking about? Are you talking about AID? Okay. I thought you were talking about herpes.
Oh, don't say the name.
Oh, yeah.
What I call the bumps, I just call that the bumps, and we call.
Oh, the bump. Okay, I thought you were talking about the bumps because I think a lot of rappers have the bumps.
Yeah, they may have that high five too.
And their women got it too.
Yes.
50% of the population got it.
It can be prevented if your husband is not cheating. But if your husband is going around cheating like him and being reckless, then the chances are higher and the risks are higher.
And she mentioned about Tisha's husband. Martell knows a lot about them because they all hung out together. And I think that's another reason why they don't want to fire him. Because if they fire Martell, Martell's going to come out and tell everything he knows about Marceau and Maurice.
Well,
right now, he's keeping it under top. That's that lady Tisha's husband.
Now you talking about okay, Tisha on the show. Okay, not Dwayne Martin. Okay.
No. Tisha on the show. The lady mentioned her, Tisha.
So what is it? Do you think that Martell and that man, since they're brothers, they've been messing around with each other?
No, not messing around with each other, but messing around with women around each other, going to other states.
Well, that's already suspected.
Yeah.
I don't think that's not a big surprise.
Her husband. She's not going to leave her husband without proof. She wants proof. Of course, he had his women sign NDAs. He's smart. I got to give him to him, though. At least he still with his wife. He ain't like Martell. Banished. And then lost your family behind some bull crap. They're still together, so.
Okay, because they were saying that he cheats as well.
He does cheat, but he just doesn't get caught. You know, you have a lot of he cheats like a woman.
Isn't that getting caught?
Because a lot of women cheat too, and they just don't get caught either.
Yeah, but isn't that getting caught? It's like saying
his wife don't believe it. She don't believe it. If you look at the show, she does not believe it. So she says she needs proof.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, so she's in denial. She's in denial.
Exactly. Because he's cheating on her, just as sure as I'm sitting here. Like the lady said about the bat, when he leaves, he leaves a lot and goes to other countries without her. So he went to Africa, and I think he went to Cuba, Mexico, somewhere. And that's what he does. And evidently he cheats with women who are, you know, either they don't have no reason to come out, or either he has them sign something, or he's paying them to keep their mouth shut.
That's horrible.
So nobody's come out on him. Nobody has said anything. That doesn't say that he's not cheating. That doesn't mean he's not
cheating. Come on, let's not play them games.
But see, Martell knows it. Martell knows he's a cheater. He knows the women he's been with.
But it doesn't matter because the wife not gonna believe it until she gets some proof.
Exactly.
Until Martell got some photos or videos, she not gonna believe it. And then again, when that come out, she's still gonna stay with him. She not gonna leave. It's just like you laying down messing around with somebody that got the outbreaks of the bumps, and they told you, "Yeah, I got the bumps," and you say, "Well, I'm not gonna believe it till I start itching." I'm not gonna believe it until I start itching. Until I start itching, then I might believe it, but I don't believe it.
You right? They say herpes is not a
the bumps. The
bumps. Women don't care about the bumps. They said
nobody cares about nothing no more. So it seems. So they don't care until they get it.
And you're not going to know about that because that's a hospital thing.
They're not going to tell it unless TASHA K get it on them. Somebody
TASHA K better watch her own damn husband. She's married too. That's why I don't understand why she does this with people. You are married, honey. You don't know. You can't always be lock, stock, and barrel talking about what you got.
Well, she had a good win today. I don't know if you guys know, but TASHA K won against Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart lost.
I knew she was going to win.
Huh?
I knew she was going to win that. Because Kevin Hart is a mess. I don't even know why he sued her. That was just a waste of time.
Just trying to
She
be
can
threatening.
talk about things on her show. It's just like Melody can't sue her about what Martell is saying. That's her show. That's her podcast. And I think TASHA K gets legal advice now before she interviews people.
Oh, really?
I think she does because of the Cardi B situation. She now runs it past an attorney or somebody before she puts people's stuff out. That stuff she put out about Kevin Hart, that was another person saying that on her show.
Mm-hmm.
So really, the woman that said it on her show is the one that Kevin Hart needs to go after. Because I think she worked for him and had an NDA or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what happened with that, Kevin Hart? What happened?
The judge threw it out. Kevin Hart wanted a restraining order, and he wanted her to remove the video.
What is he getting a restraining order against TASHA K for? I don't get that. They don't even live in the same state.
I don't know, but he wanted to remove the video as well with the interview.
Yeah, because it's messing up his marriage.
The judge threw it out. So she keeps the interview up, and I'm sure she's probably going to talk about it. And yeah.
So she could keep the video up.
Yes, she keeps the video up. She don't have to.
So the only person that's getting hurt by the video is his wife. That's another cheater, Kevin Hart. That's the only person getting. That's why he wanted it down. Because his wife is probably affecting his marriage a little bit. I don't think it's affecting it a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
They said Kevin Hart has other kids too. Because I was just looking at his ex-wife Tori. She's getting ready to tour, and she said they have a good relationship. So she said she can do whatever she wants. She's been divorced for over 15 years. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's been a cheater. I'm glad TASHA K won that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just want to say thank you, and I hope you call me back tomorrow. We got to talk more.
Okay. What are you going to be talking about tomorrow?
Whatever you want me to talk about. What you want me to talk about tomorrow?
I don't know. You cover everything. You'll find something to talk about.
All right. Love you. All right.
Love you too.
All right. So we do have another caller. Let me call them. I'm going to *6-7 it. And I see you in the StreamYard, and we're going to get to you in 1 second. Miss C, are you still there? All right.
Please leave your message for.
Okay, so 414, I'm trying to call you. So if you can pick up the other line, that's me calling you, or you can drop here, and I'm gonna call you. So this is me calling you. *6-7. All right, I'm putting in your phone number now. 414. I'm calling you now. So look out for a private number. Let me see.
Please leave your message for.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel this out. And then I'm going to call it like this and see if she pick up.
Please leave your message.
Nope. She's still not picking up, even though I ended it. Okay. Nope. She's not picking up. All right. Sorry about that. So T Beauty TV, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Great.
Now,
I'm glad that. Go ahead.
Oh no, because every time I'm in the chat, you be like, "Hey, True Blood, it's True Beauty."
Oh, True Beauty. My bad.
So I was trying to be creative and put BYOODE because the definition, like when you look in the dictionary for beauty, you know how they have a different spelling of it, like how to pronounce it. That's how they spell the pronunciation, so you can say it.
I'm saying True Beauty, True Blood.
I'm like, True Blood, that show ain't been out a long time. I'm like,
yeah, I love True Blood.
Me too.
So what are your thoughts about this? We want to hear your commentary.
Child, I was waiting. I took notes. But I was a little bit behind because I got a lot of stuff going on. So I just feel like, for one, right? Mel never made him look bad. He made himself look bad when he cheated, right? And he thinks that going online and making her look crazy is doing damage control. So he wanted her to look crazier than he does, so he don't look so bad in the public eye. Or he could set up like, oh well, this is why I cheated. This is why. No, that don't work. That don't work. And then I was saying that he's just sassy because no man in his right mind, not a masculine man, would ever think to go online and air their own personal business. We wouldn't know what was going on like that until he aired it, and he went out there with TASHA K. And
Correct.
she's messy, right? And
Yeah,
she's not
but
gonna make
can we
you
go
look
back
good.
to how messy he is, and that is not a sign of masculinity,
It is.
especially, growing up, and I'm sure he had, people, a man don't go around gossiping about his business, making himself look bad,
You
especially making
self-centered.
himself look bad, and it's just he's doing it for attention. People are saying he's broke and he needs the money, so he's like prostituting himself
Could be,
for money.
could be, because I'm sure she pays well to go on her show. Because now she's getting celebrities, so she got to be paying them a good penny for them to want to be on her show.
Yep. And then he go to Carlos too, so I'm sure he paid him too.
I'm sure he did to tell that same little raggedy story and make that woman look crazy. But the whole time he's making himself look crazy. They're not his friends. They paying him because mess sells. People like it. He looks crazier, and nobody's like talking to him, telling him, counseling him. Hey, maybe you might not want to do that because you look crazy. You look crazier than what you think you're going to make her look like. And
Hmm.
what they were saying as far as the moms go, men that act like that, you could tell they were just raised around a bunch of women that are a certain type of woman. So women like that, they make everybody think, oh, females can't raise a male. Oh, he must have been in a single parent household. All this. No, his mom just didn't know what she was doing. All right. So because like I always said this because sometimes women tend to coddle boys, and they make it seem like even when they're wrong, that they're not that wrong, or they give them excuses and passes, not realizing these little boys are going to grow up one day. The world don't think they cute like you think they cute. They're not going to give them passes. They're going to call stuff for how they see it, and then these kids can't take it because they're grown ups still like having a childish mentality, and they have breakdowns, and that's how they end up reacting in the ways he reacted. There was other ways to deal with her. First of all, you cheating on her. You think she's not gonna be mad? She's not supposed to be mad. She forgave you before. How many times is this woman supposed to keep forgiving him and giving him a pass? She not your mom. She not gonna keep giving you a pass. But I
Good
think
for
some
her. You know what? I just want to say, I think Mel have taught him a lesson in life
he
that
learned to
nobody ever taught him. I think Mel is really parenting him, and he got discipline, and
hmm
he's lashing out because maybe he never have gotten discipline.
Yeah, and if you don't get disciplined like that, you don't look at it like somebody's trying to show me, hey, maybe I'm wrong. I shouldn't be this way. You just think they're being mean to you. He thinks she's just being disrespectful or mean, or she's just not listening, or she's not doing what he wants her to do. So he's having a meltdown, a
Well,
big
she
big
does
tantrum
not supposed to listen. Why would she listen to him? Can you help me understand that? Why
because
would she
his
listen
mama
to him?
did. His mama did
His mama listened to who?
to him when he probably lied or broke. Let's say he done went in the cookie jar. She like, you was eating cookies. He could come out with crumbs in his mouth and say no. She gonna laugh and say, okay, baby, you didn't do it.
So he feels that every woman or women that's in his life should listen to him just because he got a crooked hot dog.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it be like that. The first experience you have with somebody, like even women with their fathers. You think that's how women are, or you think that's how men are, because that's your first invitation into, being around a male or female is your parents. So you assume just because your household was ran this way, this is how it should be. And when you're around other people, if they're buying into it, other family members keep buying into it, you never get that real lesson that, hey, I need to be held accountable for my actions. You know what? I do wrong things and there's consequences. But if you
So
never had that, you think anybody that come against what you're saying is just evil and wrong and they out to get you.
So
She's
is
so
it good to say that Martell, this is how he's been. He met her when she was young. She was naive. She did not realize, she didn't even know who she was.
she didn't.
And she was in this toxic situation. And through that, she grew within herself and realized this is all wrong.
Yeah, if it doesn't make you feel good, then it's wrong. And she
Yeah.
probably thinking she's doing the right stuff. He's still doing what he's doing. Why is it still not working out for me? Because it's not you. He's never the problem, and she had to learn that.
And I
Mhm.
also feel like too, of her being young and the fact that his mom, we already know that Martell's a manipulator, but
Exactly.
the fact that she was young, so it was easier to manipulate her, so he seemed like Prince Charming. She fell harder, and
She
as
did.
time go on, you love even harder. So he
Mhm.
kept doing the same things, and his true, do you know how they say to have a representative, but his true behavior started to show. But at this point, she's deeply in love. She done started having children. She want to live the American dream because she's not stupid that far. But
Mm.
she had looked at different perspectives to try to salvage her marriage in her life. What you dream of,
Right.
marriage, kids, house, picket fence, all of that.
She
She
gave it
tried
up.
it, and
Hmm.
his mama in his ear when he does something wrong and Mel try to, like, express how she feel. Baby, well, you know how she is. I told you when you marry her, things will get different. He should have married his mama.
And I'm sure the mom also was in her ear. Oh, baby, just stick through it. Just work through it. It's gonna be all right. Did you do
Because
this?
my grandma did that to my mama. Yup.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
she's feeling like, oh, well, maybe if I fix this and that, his mom knows him better than anyone, then he'll change. And she stuck around for no reason because
Yep.
it was gonna be no change.
I totally agree.
Yeah, that was horrible though. He definitely manipulated her. I don't, because you know how some people want to blame others, like, oh, she wanted this certain lifestyle, so she just had to put up with what comes with it. No, she didn't, because
Can I
they're
ask
all.
you a question about that, Beauty? I thought you guys said he was broke. What lifestyle?
I don't know, because if she was younger than him, you could tell she naive. Because I'm sorry, if she's younger than him, right, and she still had to be the come up woman, that's a problem right there. Red flag.
Mhm. But did
How
he have money? How was she using him for some money?
people will say that. I don't think she was using him for anything. She just thought she was in love.
She thought they was coming up together because they did build the business part together.
But
Right.
And
that's
they
what
She
went
Beauty
to college
did.
together, things like that. He used to be a football player. He wanted everybody to know he was a football player when he was 8 years old.
Um,
He was good at flag football at 8. Um,
at, at 8.
yeah, like nobody cares. You didn't go to NFL. Um,
Exactly.
it is really just more so they did it together. Like I said, she played her role as a wife. She threw the assists. They made the touchdown together though.
Right. And what hurts most is not even that you're breaking up with this person, but you're breaking up with your plans. You had a life that you perceived was going to be, like you thought about your future with this person. You think you live in that future with this person. You thought you was going to grow old with this person. And now you're not just divorcing that man, you're divorcing all your plans. And you're starting over at square one, trying to figure it all out again.
Not
That's,
seeing your kids every day.
yeah, that's crazy. For her, that's
I
crazy.
don't yeah, I gotta stop right there, Miss Beauty.
Hmm.
Divorcing my plans. More like my plans were stolen away from me.
Exactly.
My
Not that
was
she
stolen away
decided.
from me. I did not want this. I
She
did
did.
not want to divorce him, but
Exactly.
he pushed me to the point where I had no
Had
choice.
to. She had to.
I
And the
had
fact
to
that she
live
had
for
to,
myself. I had to have some part of self-love for me, or
right.
else he would have taken me out of here, destroyed me completely, and
Yep.
my kids.
And that's what he's trying to do now still. She knows she did the right thing for herself, but I understand the hurt that comes with that because she didn't think it was going to end that way. And it should not have ended this way.
And
Like,
it
why even
shouldn't be this
talk to this
messy.
woman? It shouldn't be this messy. Why even get involved with her if you know that you're not even going to be a good person?
I
You're gonna
think
get what you
he
can
got
get. And
involved with her because, like you guys said, he thought that she would take it like his mama take it. So
right.
his expectations of a wife is his mom taking it all her life. So you should take it and just be thankful
Exactly.
I'm
And be
here.
grateful that I ain't leave you.
Mm.
That's crazy to me. That's really wild for somebody to think like that and treat her like that. And then he wouldn't put it on camera.
That
If you really love her, you wouldn't show her in that light to the world. Her kids might see that one day.
their kids.
Their kids. Right. Because a lot of guys don't, they disassociate themselves from the kids. It's not just
But
her
he
kids.
made sure he got his 7 days with him, and she got some. They rotate weeks. He made her,
Because he don't want to
especially
pay no
about.
child support.
No, it was more so that, but he didn't like the fact of Mel's brother's sexuality, and
Wow.
he was babysitting, and that's their uncle.
Has
So
he been babysitting while they were together?
he had been around, but he would tell how he felt. So now that he has no dictation on when Mel come and goes, he controlled her life.
But he can boldly cheat. He,
Correct.
that he didn't really have a problem with that, or that man wouldn't have been allowed to be around. He more
Thank
so
you.
using that as an excuse, so he
Correct.
can keep the kids more, and so he don't have to pay that child support.
Or the uncle might know something and can tell the kids something.
The
Yeah.
uncle might know something. He might have saw him somewhere cheating with not just a woman. He might know a lot.
Yeah. But I don't understand if he has an issue with a gay person,
And
then
why?
why would you want to show
That's
your kid
another.
interviewing with the gay person? Why would you want it? He on OWN, so he ain't on Bravo. So yeah, but why would he want to do an interview with Carlos King? Your kids seeing you associate with a gay person.
Because
What
you
what
don't
is
have an issue with gay people. It's an excuse. That's what I feel like. Because what's this man doing to you? He ain't doing nothing to his own. He's not doing nothing to the kids. He's not doing nothing to you. It's her brother at that. Like, what's your problem for real?
It's
They
the
don't really have
association to
one.
Melody.
yes,
Yeah.
association Melody. I think he's doing this to hurt
He's
Melody.
just trying to, that's what I'm gonna say. He's just trying to keep her kids away because he know that's gonna hurt her. Because he don't care about her or those kids, or he wouldn't have
Nope.
cheated. When you care about your kids, you're not gonna go outside your marriage, and because that hurts the kids.
And you
Yes,
wouldn't
it
keep bringing
does.
them around as side chick when you have your 7 days.
Child, I know he lied.
Yes, when he has his 7 days, he's with Coleslaw. He said he'd be
Oh,
with all
that's
five of his children.
also crazy too to even allow that.
Oh, she gonna allow anything.
She's crazy.
Yeah,
You don't
no,
come around
she
nobody kid.
Coleslaw.
Yeah, you're right.
She
That's
cold, just sitting there. Some people like her, some people don't, but most people don't like her, don't
they
need
don't
her.
they
Yeah,
don't.
coleslaw. Most people don't even need it for their meal. She just
Yeah,
coleslaw,
just on the side, child. You on the side,
just
and
on the
nobody
side,
right. You're the last option.
right?
Nobody ever pulls up the Popeyes or KFC and look for the coleslaw. She
Nobody
just happy to be
exactly.
wanted. You're right. She just happy to be wanted. But still,
They
as
said
a woman,
he was cutting grass. No house could be built if Mel did not have the license. They were
Hmm.
able to build that for that reason.
Yep.
because she had the ethic to get
She
that
had the builder's license.
done.
So he was
He
under her.
right.
Mhm.
And he probably had secret resentment. Who knows about that? Because he's supposed to be the man, and she doing more masculine things than he is. She getting stuff done. She's standing on business, and he out here waiting for her to make it happen for him because he didn't go out and lead.
You
He's
made
being
a good point. He might have resentment, period, simply because of the fact that she does have the builder's license. He may have said, "Look, Mel, I know we going through our thing, but this
mhm.
messing me up. I have some stuff in the work," because he did have some commercial properties coming up,
Okay,
and
how
she
about
probably
you
took her builder's license and was out.
okay, well, you divorced me, you divorced his license, boo.
As
She
she
ain't
should.
wrong. She
You
not wrong. Exactly. She not wrong. And he should have thought about that. He didn't think about that.
wasn't cheating.
So
Why
that's
did he did this when he cheated? He did
look,
this when he betrayed the
yeah.
family. He did
He's
this.
gonna play the world's smallest violin for this man. Nobody cares for her. Nobody cares. You mad? Be mad. You did that to yourself. That's what happens. Nobody's obligated to put up with your mess. They don't
She
have to.
stopped his money.
No, he stopped his money.
Well, yeah, but
hmm
she like really was like in control of that, and that one thing she had control over, she took control of it.
Girl, when them finances involved, you see a whole new monster. Men don't like you messing with their money. You mess
He
with a
messed
lot of,
with his own money. He should have got his own builder's license.
and then
As
thought about the still
Maurice told him, Marceau told him, everybody got their builder's license, but him.
So he's the weakest link. He was just the bum sitting around waiting for somebody else to make it happen for him. And now he gets the taste of this is what happens when you're so codependent. You should
Hmm.
have got your own license, especially if you out here doing wrong. You should be an angel. And she's like holding all the how can I put it? She the one who basically got everything going. Without her, you can't move.
Oh,
So
And
you
he's not moving.
how about we bring
he's
integrity
stagnant.
back?
He's
How about
stale bread.
integrity back?
Yes, integrity.
Because that's what it's about. And you want to be a role model for your kids because you care about your kids and you
Right.
want to have honor within yourself, within your marriage, within your
He
family.
has no honor. He's just a dishonorable man. He don't know anything about honor, or he would have honored his marriage
Hmm.
and a woman that came up in the mud with him. You know,
Right.
he
Now,
got some money now.
going back to this video,
Yes.
they said that he took out money from her account. Can you guys tell me more about that?
That is
Well,
old.
you stole it. I think that is considered, and she could say something about that too in court. That is financial abuse. You don't just because you can don't mean strip somebody of their finances. That is a way to control them, and that is the way to make sure they can't move and do the things they need to do. You took that lady's money. That was her money. That's
Now,
financial abuse.
was this 4 years? Somebody was saying this was years ago.
Yeah, 2019, if I'm not mistaken. You can even tell by her body physique that this wasn't anything recent. But he's putting stuff out there. I mean, it was on his phone. He recorded. He's just slowly leaking
So
stuff to
he had
become
it in a
relevant.
tuck. So he had that in a tuck, like he knew this might happen one day.
Yeah, I mean, he had an interview. I feel like he's doing stuff for money. He doesn't have any money. He can't make money.
Child. So I
He's
gotta
making money off of interviews and leaking stuff
going on a smear campaign. That's sad. It make him
of
look
his
even worse now.
children's mother.
Yeah, you out here, you that much of a bum, you can't re-get none of this money back. You don't have another plan. You don't have another hustle. This is what you have to resort to.
He even did tutoring for the tests.
Somebody needed to tutor him because he
He
moving
got a
real
tutor
slow.
for the test and still nothing.
So he's just like he don't have sense. And he probably just made it through school on the backs of again women.
I
Somebody probably
think
was helping him with his homework, helping him with his
he said
tests, helping him.
he cheated through college.
Yeah, and that's why he's dumb. He's a well, how they call it, no person left behind. They just pushed him through. Now he's just a dummy with a degree. And I'll be telling
I mean, his
people,
football.
child, he's he must have got a lot of concussions when he was 8, child. Cause they know. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm in his football.
I mean, he keeps bringing it up. He was a football player.
Yeah, girl. I hope the NFL hire him based off his 8-year-old resume.
Mm-hmm.
He's 8.
His junior league, fat
Child,
playing football. Mm-hmm.
child, he need to go sit himself down. He's gonna boil himself down. What he going? I played football though. When? I was 8.
What the videos?
Yeah, right. Where the Cubs videos or the little whoever he played for, the junior nobodies. Because he was a nobody, he didn't make it anywhere with it. It didn't carry him through school. He didn't get drafted into the NFL. He wasn't that great
Okay. So someone says male can dictate the same thing. She is a mother. Why can't she?
because he probably got better representation. It depends. It's a lot of factors as to why. And then a lot of times, because I'll be on these channels arguing with these little crazy incels, and they're like, yeah, what they say when you go to court case, 90% of men, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but the majority of more men get custody of the children than women when you go to court, as far as taking care of the children or who's going to get the children. Most likely they in favor of the men. So when they say men be like, oh, they not letting me see my kids. They lying. They just ain't fighting for the kids. They don't want the kids because 9 out of 10, if you go to court, they're gonna give them to you over the mom.
Well, it's been like that through history. Women have to fight for their kids.
Had a fight.
Because in the past, men had all control.
Right, because the men at that time, they were the breadwinners. They were the providers of the household. So they like, if he was doing all this and we take him out the equation, those kids gonna struggle. We don't send them over there because it's better to be there. But clearly he's the one struggling. So they need to take them kids on back to their mother. She's clearly the brains of the operation. She made that house run, and he should have been more grateful to her.
He should have did right by her. Just do right. It's so simple just to do right. Do right.
That's what all he's looking for out here in this world. He ain't gonna find her. He's not gonna find another her. And your business aired, so everybody know you trash. So if he does come up and start making money again, he's only gonna be used for those funds. Nobody's gonna ever really take him seriously because look what you did when you had a really good woman. You did her bad, so nobody gonna take you seriously.
I don't feel bad for him. I'm sorry. I just feel bad for the kids. I
feel bad for
the kids more than anything.
Exactly, because who wants to be ripped away from their children?
Yeah, but I mean, for the kids who want to go stay 7 days here, 7 days there, and when they leave,
even really watching these children when they.
That's what I was about to say. And when they leave, they're going to be with a brother that they're not coming back with. Like,
right.
We don't know how you're being raised. He might be doing stuff that they're not accustomed to. Because I mean, look at who his mother is. No offense to the child.
Yeah, that's true. And he out there doing all that cheating. How much time did he spend getting to know those kids? He probably don't even know what they like to eat, their favorite color, different things that as a mother you would know about your children.
He was crossing over being the Housewives of Atlanta.
Child, he is a housewife.
That part. Have you tried his wine?
No.
Okay, so like I said, the wine isn't doing well.
I bet it's not.
It's not doing. Nobody knows where it is.
Child. That's like Peter's Bar 1.
I mean, we can Google that though and go to it, but Inez wine, nobody's going to find Inez wine.
Well, I got some tea on him, but I ain't going to spill it.
Well, what's the tea?
Peter was at the hotel trying to get discounts on the room.
No money.
Yeah, that part.
Talking about dark skin Peter?
Peter Thomas.
Peter, child. Cynthia's Peter. We don't know about regular Peter. Cynthia's Peter. Peter.
But don't he got a restaurant? He's talking about he about to open up.
Maybe
that's why he ain't got no money.
Maybe they ain't doing that well. Maybe he can't find sponsors. That's why he went into business with everybody and not did it by himself because he needed the monetary help backing. He didn't have that. All he had was an idea. And clearly that didn't go well either because that business is not doing well. When the last time you saw somebody like, oh yeah, I was out here at the bar 1. When Jay-Z had his club, you had all kinds of celebrities talking about the 40-40.
40-40, right.
People talk about what's his name, 2 Chainz restaurant. Everybody restaurant. You don't hear nobody keep bragging on no bar 1. Nobody goes. They even go to the old lady game. They don't go to his spots and brag about it.
Despite the bad reviews at the old lady game. Yep. Still wrapped around
Despite
it though.
the bad reviews. Just because of who she is and her personality, they still gonna go try it. Just to say they went. Nobody's running to Peters because he didn't really have much of a personality anyway. But I'm gonna just stop with him now. But I just wanted to say, yeah, something going on. He was out here begging for discounts and trying to see if he can get free rooms.
So, what can we learn from this situation with Mel and Martell? So, Miss C, what have you learned from this situation?
My thing is what I learned the most is you just never know who somebody truly are until stuff really hit the fan. And the reason I say that because the representative, he did sweet talk her. He got her to that point. Mel is a very nice person. And the fact that she had to be broken to this point is not fair. It's not fair to her. It's not fair to the church. It's not fair to her family that they have to watch her. And the fact that on TV, they have to watch her go through all of these emotions, and they still trying to pry it out of her, and she's saying, I'm done, I'm done. And the fact, no matter what she does, he's not satisfied. First it was get rid of my name, like I said. Then it was, oh, she disrespected my name by going back to her maiden name. It's not really something I can say I learned from, because just like she didn't plan it, nobody plans to be in this type of position. But I did learn one thing: fool
Go
me
ahead.
once, shame on you. But fool me twice, that's it.
Right. That's where I was gonna go with it. What I learned from it is when the person show you who they are, believe them and move on. Do it before they put you in a position to where you gotta act crazy or where you're losing. Cut your losses. Count up the costs. It's easier if I just go right now. You know what? I see you in here playing. Let me get my what's that escape strategy together. Don't wait until they done did so much to you to now you out here struggling. You know, not to even what you knew. You don't want to find out. Get yourself together. That man
Well,
keep
I think I learned a lot of things. One, I take away being 22 is just too young for a relationship.
it is because you don't get the time to be yourself, be young, and know who you are as a person. You find out who you are while with someone else. They didn't want you for who he didn't want her for who she was. I mean, who she is today. He wanted her for who she was when he met her, naive, young, and dumb in his
Yeah,
But
mind.
no, actually, she was smart because she graduated, and he wanted to scoop
But
her
but
up
I'm not talking
before
about
she developed.
I'm not talking about intellectually. When you don't have street smarts,
Oh yeah,
because a man will tell you anything. I don't care about how much education you got. They don't care. And it be the most educated women with these government jobs getting played by these bums.
yep.
They don't have street smarts.
And
He knew
then he
nothing
said she
about
was beautiful. He didn't want nobody else to have her. She
no,
was well
because
known and beautiful.
she's beautiful, she's smart, she can help him, but she only for me. So I'm gonna lock her down with these kids and I'm gonna do what I gotta do to keep
There
her
you
around.
go.
I'm gonna tell her lies and I'm gonna finesse her, I'm gonna buy her flowers and treat her like the world after I cheat and she gonna forgive me because she got a good heart. He prayed on that girl.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I would
He,
say
he, he
22
did.
a little bit too young unless you are well aware of all these different personalities a lot of guys
You gotta
carry.
educate your daughters. People gotta educate their daughters for real on what it's like out here. You can't have them out here on naive. If you
And
see
they
something,
gotta learn through life experience as
I'd
well too, because like
rather
Messy
they learn
said,
from
22 is
intelligence
young.
than busting their head open. She was intelligent enough to learn from being talked to. I don't think she needed to bust her head to figure it out. If you don't
22
rational,
just young. I mean, you go to college, you hear your parents, you hear other people, but you
you
got to
do.
go through the experiences.
Yeah, you
22
Some,
is
still get to
young.
treat yourself,
I
I
don't
think.
think everybody has to go through the experience. Some people will learn from you, showing them examples. And I'm sure it's aunties in the family that been through the same thing. You don't want to be like that, girl. No shade to her, but I'm just saying. You got to talk to your kids and show them examples, real life examples. No, they not just want to hear what you're saying. You got to show them real examples
They
of
Yeah,
got
what's
to
going
but if
be
you don't
example.
have parents like that, I think you have to take it
on.
upon yourself. But you have to become aware, and some people are just not aware that
You
it's
know,
narcissist
you're
people out
not
here.
going to learn
People are
until it happens to
not aware
you.
that men are out here running game. Okay, so they're not aware of all the game players and the personality traits and the warning signs. They're not aware, and I think a
You're
lot of people, girls around 22, they don't have a lot of self love to
not,
know that they are special, they are enough. They don't have to reduce themselves down to be cheated on, to be disrespected just to have a man.
that's true.
That we're not living in those days where you need a man to be validated. You need a man in order to be seen or to be heard by the world, even though certain cultures and societies still hold that value.
That's crazy.
Just to get to that age to realize that I have a choice. I have a choice to live that lifestyle, and or I don't, and I'm still going to be enough if I don't. Um,
Exactly.
and I think
You'll
at
be
22, you
fine.
may not be aware of all of that.
I get that, but I at 22, I wasn't putting up with nothing. I ain't put up with stuff. My dad raised me, and he raised me not to do that. and that's how I was. I was always tough. I'm not just putting up with anything. I don't care who you are, what you think you got to offer. I got stuff to offer too, so I don't have
So
to put up with
can I ask a question? So did you know who you were at 22?
you. Heck no. But I knew I wasn't putting up with no trash.
But
Just
did
'cause
you
I
know who
didn't know.
you were though?
No, I would say no. You know why? Because I had like I didn't figure out what it is that I wanted to have as a career. I didn't. I was confused with a lot of life things. I didn't know.
And before you can invest in somebody else, you
Hmm.
have to know who, not what you're going to tolerate, but
Right.
you have to know who you are before you can say, I'm going to invest myself into someone else. And that's
Ab-
what a marriage is when you're binding as one. If you don't know who you are, you don't know what you're binding to or
you
what you're
don't.
binding from.
But that's why you don't get into that because you gotta.
Ex-
I want to live and get to know me before I get to be just your wife. I still want to
Yeah.
have an identity.
And
But I
that
think,
comes with experience.
yeah, and I think a lot of people at 22 don't know that. For me,
Correct.
when I was 22,
I
I
know I
did
was.
not know how to be self-aware as much as I do now. At
Hmm.
22, I thought I was getting old. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm about to be 25. I should
Right.
have everything figured out." At
Mm-mm.
22, I felt like I was a failure because in my mind, it was like at 18, I'm going to do this. At 21, this going to happen
I
like this. At
did
25,
that.
it's going to happen like this. And at
Yep.
30, I should be done.
But I
Okay. So
nothing goes
when,
according to your
when I'm
plans. You
at
know what that ain't gonna be.
22, right, I know that now, but you couldn't tell me that back then. At 22, it
Mhm.
was like you have that age and expectations. So I can see
Yeah.
and understand at 22, you're feeling like, okay, I need to get married because I want to have this and I want to have this certain life when I'm this age. I can see that.
Well, I didn't feel that kind of pressure until I was in my 30s. Like, wait, people get married around me. I ain't married yet. Oh my God. They're saying that if you ain't married by this age, something wrong with you. No, I'm just
That's
not gonna
funny.
marry any old body. Ain't nobody. I'm not letting no fool, the town fool lead me. And now I'm married. Now I gotta find out he the town fool, and I'm embarrassed. And my
And
kids
I
gonna be.
said I was never getting married
At
just
20,
I
from
think.
watching no, just in general. And I
Mhm.
got married at 20, 27, 28. And I said
Okay.
I would never get married.
Oh
what
wow.
was your mindset at 22? How did you think, Miss C?
At 22, I had my son at 16. So at 22, I was just working. I had gotten a relationship at 19. And at 22, the person was 10 years my senior. I was realizing he was complacent. I'm like, this is nothing. I have goals. And once I started realizing, okay, I'm still young and I'm still trying to achieve stuff, and you're not on the same train as me, we ain't the same. So
Right.
at that point, I left that relationship after 5 years. So at that point, I just started hustling. Like, I got to get my money up. I have a child. I got to make sure my child's straight. We got transportation. He got food. I made sure that my child was not going to be a statistic.
So you
That was
kind of
my
had
biggest
self
thing.
awareness at that age. You knew what you didn't want. You knew you
Yeah, I
wasn't.
mean, but it took an experience of me dealing with somebody who wasn't matching my energy. It
Right.
was through my own personal experience. If I didn't
Right.
go through that experience, then I wouldn't have been able to see certain things to the point when I did meet my husband. Like, okay, these are the things and the qualities and traits that I need to avoid, and these are the qualities and traits that I need to, like, okay, hone in on. Like, oh, you own that too. Okay, we about to do this. Okay, it was different. It wasn't just based on because you make me feel good. It wasn't
Right.
just, oh, you took me on a nice date. No, it's
Right.
longevity.
Yes.
And I never,
Absolutely.
like I said, I never thought I was gonna be married. I had no plans to ever get married,
Wow.
and it came really left field for me, and I was like, yeah, I will. And it
Congratulations.
came from experience. Oh, it's 7 years now. But thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
But it's just one of those things where it took, that's why I asked you, did you know yourself at 22? Not so much your dad raising you, but at 22, you don't know nothing because you haven't been raised as an adult on your own. Everybody's going to experience different things, and that's how they figure out who they are.
That's true.
Right.
That is very much so true.
Where were you at, Beauty, at 22? What was your mind frame?
At 22, I was just out here trying to make it. I had a situation. I ended up having a child at 18. I finished high school, but I was told I couldn't go away to college because
Yep.
nobody's raising my child. I had to do it.
Mhm.
So I went and got me a job. So by 19, I was a manager at a Burger King down the street from my house. I had my own apartment and I was raising my son as a single parent until I met someone and they took over and started, helping out and doing what they had to do. We didn't last, but things got better. We're best of friends. He took my son as well as the son I had with him to Germany for 6 years, and we're good friends.
Oh,
But
well, your
yeah,
kids abroad.
at that age, I was just trying to make money and survive for real.
Right, exactly. Because it was about our
Your thought,
kids.
your thought process was just making money.
Making money, surviving, not letting anything harm my children, anything bad happen to my child, because
God.
I ain't had the best life and before my dad had me. My mom had us. It was crazy. So with that being said, I knew there were certain dangers. I grew up a little earlier than I needed to. So there was stuff I was on the lookout for. I felt like I'm not putting up with this. If I see this going on, I'm not tolerating that, and I was just really strong. And I'm not going to kiss nobody but for nothing. And I'm not just going to give you everything. And I'm not going to be your parent either. You're not about to use me. I'm gonna get what I need to get, take care of my child, and I'll look for love later in life. And that's
Can
what I
I
did.
ask you a question though?
hmm
Because it's similar to Martell and Melody. So they do, each every other week. How did it feel having your kids in a whole nother country?
It felt great because they were teenagers. I feel like before
Okay.
that happened, I was the sole parent. I was a
Okay.
single mom out here. And for their father to do well, he took them for a couple summers. We started out with baby steps. My children were old enough, they're in their teenage years. I raised them well enough to know if it ain't going well, call me. I'll send you back. You come back home. But they didn't put up with just a bunch of mess either. If you want to keep them, you're going to keep them, and you want to make sure they're good and they have the things they need to have. And he did an excellent job. I think he just needed to mature because, like she said, at 22, sometimes you're too young to be in these serious, forever relationships. Sometimes it's just like that. He had to mature, and he became a great person, an amazing father, and I was okay. I was comfortable with my children
Okay.
being there, and they were too. And I asked them. I didn't just send them. It was their decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, because my son is in a different state because it's his last year of high school. So,
Okay.
yeah, I was just trying to,
He's old enough to decide if that's something he wants to do or not. And I'm
Oh,
sure if things
that's what
go
he's
really
doing.
well,
Yeah. I'm
you'll send
counting
him,
down.
you'll take him. But if he's okay, let him experience that time with his father because it's teenage years.
Oh, no, he
It's
not
just,
with his father, but yeah.
but he's okay where he is,
Yeah, he's with my parents.
and he's seeing something different, a different state from what he grew up in. He gets a different experience, see different people, cultures, whatever. It's always good
Yeah.
to travel.
Yeah.
hmm
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and
No,
I knew my best butt couldn't take him to Germany, so I let him take him.
Mhm. I
They
know
good.
when I was a teen, I didn't want to stay with my parents, and I begged to stay with my father or my grandma because my
Mhm.
parents were so strict.
Yeah, that's why
hmm
I said my
So,
mom,
Miss
but my
Thing, are you
dad, nope.
strict?
I'm not a strict parent, but I am stricter than my parents.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure he gonna love it.
Yeah, I mean he's with my parents now, but I'm the type of mom. I understand he turned actually my baby turned 18 exactly a week from today.
Oh,
So
well,
I'm not that type of, I'm just like do what you're supposed to do.
that's
Like
right.
that's it. I don't require a whole lot, but I do require certain things. I'm not the type of mom to say, "Oh, you about to be 18, but you're not a man, but I expect you to pay this bill, that bill." I'm not going to give you those responsibilities.
That's right.
You're
Yeah,
young.
yeah,
with
you'll have
you,
time to pay bills.
with both of you guys being mothers, how are
Mhm.
you different from Martell's mom in raising sons?
Accountability, looking at the future for me. I know this cute little boy ain't gonna always be a cute little boy, and I refuse to have these girls out here talking trash about my son because he don't know how to be a man. He can't take out trash. He's out here cheating. He doesn't have respect for himself, which means he's not gonna have respect for
But
you.
there
You know
you
about to
go.
have my child out here looking crazy. So yeah, I was actually really strict on my sons because I knew I might be lenient on you. The world not gonna be nice to you just because I'm nice to you. You gotta grow up one day. And I had to show them that, and it worked out. They're doing well now. Never had to worry about going to nobody jail. They have careers. They make more money than me right now. So it's like I
Right.
did
What
good.
about cheating on women?
They don't cheat on no women. My oldest son, he's not even really trying to have girlfriends like that because he's so into his career. Once he advances in it, then he's thinking about having a female. But he don't want to bring nothing into a mess. My
Got it.
youngest son, he has a steady girlfriend.
Mhm.
My son, he
How do
doesn't
you
have girlfriend. He has girls that he entertain, and I can respect it better because he tell them straight up, like, look, I'm not looking for a girlfriend. We can go out, we can have a good time. He's straightforward with it, and I can't be mad at that because I'd rather you do that than to let a girl think that y'all exclusive, and then it's a whole bunch of drama. And nowadays, these kids don't respect lives, so do not get yourself mixed in no drama.
Exactly.
how do you teach your kids about cheating and I guess the hurt and the danger that do you guys ever have those conversations with your
My
boys
son had
about
to experience it firsthand with my dad, with my mom. And he told my dad one time, I'm the man of the house because he kept coming back and forth. And he said, until you prove that you're going to stay stable.
Right.
That's my class starting. Let me turn it down. But yeah, so he experienced it firsthand and he lost a lot of respect for my dad, seeing what my mom had to go through and then what I had to go through as well. Jumping in, feeling like I gotta protect my mom, my son, my sister, and just
Right.
picking up where my dad left off
Yeah.
for a coleslaw.
He got to
right.
see it
So
right that part.
you feel that I guess he knows about cheating firsthand with experience, seeing how his father treated you and how his grandfather treated his grandmother.
Yeah,
Got it.
he told my dad straight up, be the
What
man
did
of the
he
house.
say? How did that affect him?
It affected their relationship and the way that he come towards women. Like he always opened a door for me and my mom. He always asked me, my mom, my sister, any female, his great grandma, do you need anything? If he's going somewhere, do I need to get somewhere you are? Are you feeling? He feel like he has to take on another, and it bothers me at times. I'm not even going to lie. He feels he has to take on this burden to make sure everyone is okay when you're just in high school, you're in your last year of high school. Focus on that. And he's just realizing now because he got a license for the last year and a half that okay, you know what? I can't be focused on if y'all need something because I gotta go. Like I want to go be with my friends. So I'm glad for that part, but it shouldn't be that difficult. Like we're not your responsibility. We're raising you. You shouldn't be raising us.
That's right.
And
That's
Beauty,
right.
your take on it?
All right. So as far as my sons go, I've talked to them about everything like that. I felt like they needed to know. I didn't sugarcoat stuff or hide stuff from them. I didn't really let them live in a bubble like I probably should have. I just wanted to be real with them because I feel like the world gonna be real with you. So you gonna learn now or you gonna learn later, and by then you ain't gonna want to hear it. Right now is
Right.
when they soak in the information and actually believe in what you're saying to them. So I taught them stuff young, and also like my grandfather and my grandmother been together for my whole life. My grandfather passed, and they were still married, and it was a great relationship. He didn't see any bad examples of a man cheating, abusing, or doing anything crazy. Like even with my father, when he got married, my child wasn't born yet, so all my child know is his grandfather was married. I'm the only one who wasn't married, but my grandfather was married. My great grandfather and grandma married. You know, and he saw like prosperous relationships around him, and that was something to aspire to have you know. But then we got cousins, we have family members. He's seen other stuff too, and it's like I want this, I don't want that. So they were able to decide from being able to see different ways things could go, depending on their actions.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I just want to say I thank you ladies for coming up in here, having this talk with me. Any last words that you guys want to say about this case?
Good luck, Mel.
Yeah, I hope
And
she gets well.
just prayers for her and the kids, honestly, because the kids are the ones that's really going to have a lot of trauma from all of this in the long term as well.
Mhm.
Hopefully they'll bounce back from it because we all go through things and we are resilient people. They can get the help, therapy, whatever they need. All she continue to just shower them with love. They could be all right. There's hope for them. I just hope this man get himself together and realize who he's really hurting here. Them kids.
Yeah.
And they're going to tell him that
You
one
don't
day.
care about them kids.
He will care when they the ones who got to give him his last drink of water.
He need to
It's
care
gonna
about
be too
himself
late.
first.
It's gonna be too late. And he's still not gonna care about them kids. He's just gonna care that they're gonna give him the last drink of water.
Correct.
That's all
He's for
that's gonna
self.
care about. He's not gonna
Not
care.
to
You
give him.
can't change a person, especially at his big age. He's selfish. He's gonna always be selfish. He's gonna die selfish.
Yeah, you know what? That is really true, though. They say narcissists really don't ever change. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he's just gonna accuse somebody else for the choices that he make. It's always gonna be somebody else's fault. And that's just how it is.
Uh,
Well, I thank you so much, Beauty TV, and I thank you, Miss C. I need you to come back up here more often. All right, so if you guys are just getting here or you've been here, today we're pretty much talking about this video that went out here on the Neighborhood Talk and went viral. And it was Martell, and I'm glad that you guys called in and gave me some more information about him. And oh my God, he's a horrible individual to go around here and to gossip and put slander and have a bad name for his own family, for the mother of your kids. How nasty is that? And they said, Mel, she's doing phenomenal. She got multi businesses and she's doing great. And I'm so happy for her, but I'm so sad for her that she has to deal with this. It gotten so bad that she has to have security around her home, around her workplace, because this man, which is her ex husband, is obsessive with her and just constantly mess with her. And nobody should have to live like that, especially a person that once you cared about and you love. That has to hurt even more, that I have to hire security, not for anybody, but for you. I don't gotta hire security for the KK. You know what? I don't gotta hire security for whoever the gangs. I don't gotta hire security for the Martells, okay? But I gotta hire security for my own ex-husband, from the father of my babies. That's another layer of hurt and pain that she will always screw through. I'm sure she's having nightmares, and she got a lot of fame and success, but yet it's a bittersweet story. It's bitter. I mean, it's sweet because she got success, but it's also very sour and bitter too. The stuff that she has to go through. And nobody wants to go through all of that. No, no, that's too much. It is too much for me. And I want to know, what are your thoughts? How do you guys think I did with this commentary? Press one if you guys enjoyed my commentary on this matter. Also, let me know what else you guys want me to talk about tonight or tomorrow. So if you guys can put in the comment section what you guys want me to talk about later on tonight or tomorrow, and I will look at it to see. All right. So yeah, it's a sad case. Martell, you gotta get it together, which you would never do. Martell, you would never get it together. You will always be this selfish person. You will always use women. And there's so many women out here, they're gonna allow themselves to be used and manipulated by you. So there you have it. I've seen this type of guy plenty of times. He's no different than everybody else. And it's sad. It's sad. It is so sad. Talk about Eva. Okay, which Eva, Queen Silk? Are you talking about Eva Marcel? Which Eva are you referring to? All right, so my party crashers, messy sweets. So y'all just ready? Y'all just want to have a talk real quick. What else is going on? Just to let you guys know more about me personally, I am investing. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna do more lives later on, and I'm gonna have my face on here doing lives as well. But in the future, just not right now. Got to get myself together. I'm constantly trying to. I'm gonna try to go live more longer. I know I used to do long a lot of times. So then I tried the short method, but the short is not working for me. And I'm going to get the phone lines working to be more accurate. So I apologize for that. And I want to know, I just want to talk to you guys. Any other comments that you guys have to say about that? Any questions that you have for me that you want me to reply on or say about this? So it says, why even is she around him? I haven't watched the show in 2 years, so I'm kind of lost. Why is she around him, period? Well, Yvette, this is an old video that he put out. This video was like 4 years ago. So she's not around him currently. But this is a video that he put out to social media because he wanted to manipulate the people that don't know their situation. He wants to paint her as an aggressive, masculine woman that's just overbearing, and that's just a problem. Okay, in this video he took out her money, he stole her money, and he purposely recorded her to get her reaction so he can release it. Okay, so he's been sitting on this, and they are saying that he has way more embarrassing video footage of her that he's waiting to release, and he's going to do it to keep his name and her name in the blogs because he wants to ruin her. Right now, they say she's doing great. She's going on tours, she's selling out tours, and she's doing phenomenal. However, her ex-husband is jealous. He cannot stand it, and he is trying to tear her down every second, every minute he gets. He is trying to tear her down. So that's that. Now, Ruth says, you are not thinking like that in the moment of a narcissist abuse. Please, I've been there. May God continue to cover Melody and her family by the love of blood of God. This was 3 years. What's going on, Frozen Babe? How you doing? Frozen Babe? All right. So I don't know what's going on with Frozen Babe, but it sounds like I can't hear anything, Frozen Babe. But you see, I brung you up, right? All right. So I'm going to fast forward. Are you there? I hear something, but I really can't hear anything. It says recording and camera should have everyone shook. I keep to myself. Yeah, it's sad out here in these streets. Well, I'm going to get on out of here. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys sooner than later. DJ, where you at?